pick, think they gonna get through the door with this shit. On my mama. And you know why I say that? Because I've witnessed it in every angle.
So I asked the question, why are men asking for coochie pics and
I
paying?
ain't, no. We ain't asking for shit. They coming voluntarily. The fuck?
No, I'm saying like for okay, let's just keep it 1,000. If somebody's attracted to you, yeah, they're gonna send you whatever. Or they're gonna send you however. I'm just saying in general, not in general, but to what you were saying. You've seen it happen. Do you know
No,
what I
I
mean?
didn't
Like I
see
don't
chocolate. No, I didn't see chocolate. Y'all need to stop. Anyway, go ahead. My bad. They trying to
it's
make me. They
good.
trying to
Like
say that you sent me your pic. No, she did not. She's a married woman. I respect chocolate. Stop. Go ahead.
I'm
How
not
you gonna
being
tell them that
funny.
she married?
Where is he at?
It
Damn,
sounded
where
good.
he
It
been at?
sounded good. It sounded
It
good.
really
It sounded
did.
good.
I almost believed you. I was like, what?
Nah, try.
Who
Go
here?
ahead.
Who?
Cam, I
Oh,
want to get your opinion because we kind of just getting started with this a little bit. And so, do you think
Yeah.
that a woman can raise a man?
Yes.
Ooh, can you expound on that?
Um,
Like, you don't think that there's any aspect of masculinity that a woman cannot resonate with or educate her son on? I mean, that'll not can't. Um, Let me
Well,
rephrase that. Do you think
wait,
that
wait.
there's any part?
Shanika,
Go ahead.
Shanika, hold on. Ask Cam the question that we were talking about yesterday, though. The functioning adult or a man?
I put it like this: in functioning society, so you even got people that are really special needs. You can just roll across this internet and find a bunch of
Oh,
those.
Lord.
Not
But
roll. This
real
nigga
talk, in
stupid.
functioning society, the only thing
I
that
mean,
qualifies a man is someone that can get up and go to work. So can a woman, and I'm not trying to downplay a woman's role in this, but if we're just gonna keep it generic like that, can a woman raise a man? Can a woman raise a nigga to go up and get a job and work and support a family? Absolutely.
Ooh, ooh.
So
Okay.
that's how we're defining men as someone that can get up and go to work.
I mean, in
Nope.
this day and age,
thank you for
That's what
in
it
asking the
this
means to be
question.
a
in this
man.
day, in this day and age, if you ask, if I won't say ask, because like chocolate was saying, this is all from my perspective. From what I'm seeing, if you ask a lot of women, this is all they really want. They want a provider, and then I don't think that's what they want, but I think that's what they tell themselves they want. They want a provider, and then they end up getting a lame ass nigga that they really can't connect with or they wasn't feeling, but they went after the money, and they see the error in their ways. So that's just from my perspective, though.
Huh.
Hey, this is my thing right here, cause even if you raise a guy to be a functioning adult in society, once he get a woman and he get to that job, if he's at that job X amount of time and he's not, aka man enough to ask for a raise, his wife is gonna or his girlfriend is gonna remind him, you ain't man enough to go in there and talk to your boss and ask for a raise. So I'm
Hmm.
telling you, like being a man is a totally different thing.
But
Like real shit.
I still can't get past the definition of a man being somebody to get up and go to work every day because that's what I do. So am I a man?
Exactly. No.
You got nuts. You got big
That's my
nuts.
thing.
You know
See what I'm
what?
saying?
Where
No.
my belt? Where's
You
my belt?
functioning.
You are a functioning adult. I wouldn't say that you're a man, but you're a functioning adult in today's society.
Okay, well
Cam, that's
then
what we were saying.
but
That's what we were
that's how
saying.
you define being a man though, as someone that go to work.
Thank
The bare
Go
you.
to work.
bare
Yeah.
necessities.
And that's why I was like, it
Can you
can't just be that. That can't be what masculinity is.
Nah,
It's not.
like bro, he gotta have man values. He gotta know like bro code. He gotta know like the old law and the new law. He gotta have some type of man. It's a lot of shit about being a man. Like he gotta know how to treat women. He gotta know how to treat his family. He gotta know how to provide for his family. Hell, he gotta know
Right.
how to provide for himself.
Himself. Right.
You know
So
what I'm
I
saying?
can't. So I wouldn't be able to instill those values.
Was
No.
Sneaker, I don't think you can because you don't know what it is to be a man. Now, a functioning
Right.
adult, I think the women got it. Yeah, I give you that,
Because
Sneaker, but I don't think a man.
like yesterday, the video we watched, one of the things that the young lady was saying in the video is like one of the roles of the father in the household is to regulate aggression and anger and emotions, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
one thing that y'all do. Are you saying that a woman cannot do that?
I
No,
don't know. I don't know,
no,
Snake,
you
because
can't.
yeah, go ahead, Rob. Yeah.
Why explain that though,
No,
D-Rod? Why can't they? Because I'm under the
because
belief that women should be like. There was a something I was listening to earlier, and I had said something. I think that more women should be in politics. A man's role was defined back in the day before we had they call it the patriarchy, but I don't believe that's what it is. But a man's role was to go to war. Women should be delegated to politics. We like to make women into these emotional creatures, but we should be the ones to get up and act and let women regulate these roles,
But
relegate themselves to these roles.
Cam, you said we
actually,
like to
nah, I
make these women emotional characters. Ooh, boy, God,
nah,
you a
I
fucking
mean,
no.
that was a bar.
everybody have their own thing. Like, some people done dealt with a lot of emotional women. I've seen a lot of, but there's a lot of emotional niggas too,
No, no,
bruh.
no, no, no. What's up? What's up?
Okay.
What's up? You right, dude. You right. You right. You right. You right.
So so one of the
But
things that I hear
that's
men
where we that's why we talking. That's why we having this conversation. Those emotional men come from not having a man to guide their emotions at a time when it was even relevant. Because after a certain age, neither one of y'all can't say shit to this little nigga. He got to find himself. I'm telling you what I
Who
know.
told you that role
Because
was
even
defined by a man though, D-Rock? Like what
I
belief
shit,
system made you believe that a man was
no,
the one that was
I seen it
keeping
with
a
my own eyes. Being my age now, I seen how
Drop
this
the links,
shit
nigga.
went and it didn't work. I was raised by a single mother, and I'm telling you, even though she raised me to be a student, a
What up, Ferg?
functioning adult, once I left her, I had to learn how to be a man.
Drop the links, nigga. Okay,
I
you did. My
dropped
bad.
it.
My bad. All right, appreciate it.
Like
Go ahead,
I
Rob.
literally had to learn how to be a man, bro, because there was no man present. Because my thing is, even if I'm watching a woman go to work and do all this stuff, sacrifice and to take care of her family like a man would do, me as a young boy, you know what I used to look at my mom and say, even if I didn't tell her this because I didn't want to hurt her feelings, shit, she my mama. But I'm thinking to myself, you wouldn't have to be doing none of this if you had a man.
I never
Mhm.
thought that about my mama, bro. And I was
Yeah,
raised
you can
by
I
make all
have
that
a
faces that you want. You gotta make all them faces you want,
yes,
chocolate.
I
What
will.
I'm
I
saying, what
will.
I'm
Like,
saying
what's
as
that got
a
to do with
what
you?
I'm telling you, cuz you made your face to my statement. What I'm
So
saying is
what?
for a young male child looking at his mom struggling and making these sacrifices and robbing from Peter to pay Paul, I'm
Ooh,
still looking at you like, damn, mama, you wouldn't have to go through this if you knew how to keep a good man.
I never respectfully, D-Rock. That sound crazy.
ooh.
I never, bro.
I don't know
No, I'm
about.
saying
Wow.
I
Uh,
didn't say I'm not saying this to her, but I'm telling you what the fuck I'm
I
looking
know
right.
at,
how
bro.
what you was thinking,
You know what
and
I'm
what I'm
saying?
trying to
Yeah,
say is like
I
Cause, cause look,
my mind never thought like
uh-uh.
that, bro.
Cause look, I had to see her with other. See, me and my brothers, we all got different fathers. So when she with another, you know what I'm saying? When she with another dude, I'm a middle child. So I got to see it from both angles.
Bro,
When
your
she
mama got
got a
strong
dude,
genes, D-Rock, because you niggas look alike.
oh yeah,
God
Y'all
damn.
oh yeah,
do.
man, my mama was the truth. But
Nah, real
even
shit.
still, I'm like, you when the men are around, you didn't go through a lot of the shit that you went through when you chose not to have them around.
why do
And
you
I'm
keep
telling you,
making it
as a
seem
child
like
being, what you mean? Why I'm trying to make it seem like
Hit the
shit?
link,
Because this is
Corey.
my life. I'm telling you about my life. This is my
but
life.
when I
You
tried to
can't.
tell
But
you, you
D-Rock, you
gonna tell
saying,
me, oh, you need to keep it general. And all I'm asking is this:
I ain't
why do
tell
you
you
keep
shit.
blaming your mother?
I ain't
Like you
see.
keep
There you go.
blaming
I'm
your
not
mom,
blaming
going,
her.
well,
I just
why
said my
didn't
mama was a
she
G.
but
choose?
D-Rock, but hold
No, you
on, but you
said.
saying,
Man,
look, can
it's
I
her
interject
fucking
real
fault. I
quick,
wouldn't even
please?
be here if she ain't open her legs.
I'm
So
not
yeah, it's her fault.
taking.
Yeah, it's her
Whoa, bro,
fault. Shit, I
what?
wouldn't be here if
It
she didn't
takes
open her
two to
legs.
I'm
tango,
good.
brother. It
All
takes two
right,
to
Yeah.
all right,
tango,
D Rock, you
D-Rock.
If my
got it,
daddy,
sir.
yeah,
That's I
if my
feel.
daddy didn't smash, if she didn't let my daddy smash, let me correct that. If she didn't allow my father to smash, then I wouldn't be here. So
'Cause
I'm
he
yeah,
had
it's still
nothing
her
to
fault.
do with it, right?
Disagree.
Like
What?
he didn't have nothing to do with it. He didn't ask her, he
He
didn't coerce her, he didn't kiss
he
her, he
didn't
didn't do
crack her
nothing.
leg with
He
a
just
crowbar. At
showed
the end
up
of the day, see,
and you're
this is how y'all
still
try to take
blaming the
responsibility
woman.
off
Like,
women. Yeah, it's
why
her
would I
fault.
have to take why?
If
Where
she
all
wouldn't
the
have
good
opened her
men at
legs that
then?
day, I wouldn't be
Where
here. But she did.
Let's
If
I
let's
she
think
let's
did
he
try to
not
do.
open
trolling. He
her
gotta be
legs that day,
I
trolling.
nah,
wanna
you
I
good.
wanna
He
I'm sorry to
trolling.
hear that.
He
Hold on,
gotta
Like,
y'all.
be
Hold
wow.
on.
trolling, bro.
I'm
Wait.
good.
One mic. One mic. One mic. One mic. One mic. Go ahead, Snake.
I just wanted to play this little clip real quick. It's just like 2 minutes or so from the Steve Harvey show. Fair use, fair use, fair use for the juice, real quick.
My dad's never been there, and my mom, she tried her best, but it's a lot of stuff about manhood that she can't teach me. So my question to you is, how do I become, or how do I learn how to be a man if I have no man influence in my life?
See, the problem when a father walks out of these dudes' lives is there's a hole in his soul the shape of his father. Here's the deal, single mothers. Every boy is gonna emulate some man somewhere. He can be a good man or he could be a bad man. You got to hair up and get a good man in front of him. You don't have to be, it don't have to be the one you dating. I ain't saying you gotta go out and find the man that becomes his daddy and all this here. You just got to help get a young man pointed in his direction. And all you need is somebody older. Where you live?
South Central.
Who lives here in LA?
So real quick, he was talking about men are going to naturally emulate some man that's within their vicinity, whether it's a good man or a bad man. And I do think that
I think that's true.
Men do, seek validation. I don't, if I could think of a better word, but just for a lack of a better word, men do seek validation from their peers, right? The same way we do to a certain extent, right? And so if there is no man for him to emulate, is he going to emulate the woman?
There's got to be some type of man for him to emulate, though. He got somebody.
He's gonna find somebody to emulate.
Yeah.
You're right. He's gonna emulate a man, whether that man is in the form of music, television, whatever. He's gonna find that dude to look up to.
Can I say
But
this?
here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. Whether or not he finds the man to emulate, he's absorbing constant female energy, and there's nothing that outside uncle dude down the block can do. And that's where it does become a weird problem for men growing up, because you don't want a man to have female energy. The women won't even like it, actually. But this is kind of what just happens over time, naturally. You think, you talk, you speak, you breathe as a woman because you spent so much formative years around women and nothing else.
I think that type of mindset, that respectfully, D-Rock, I'm not shooting no shots, but that type of mindset,
What up, Deacon Daddy?
Needs some counseling. And I say that because, bro, like what you talking about, like you blaming your mother. I don't live in my mother's body. And just the same way that I make my choices, I respect the choices that she's made through life. And I realize that I may not have came out perfect, but she tried her fucking best, bro. It might not have been the best that I wanted. It might not have been the best that. What you mean? That's real talk. You telling me your mama didn't try her best to make you into what you are today?
I didn't say that, nigga. That's what you heard. I didn't say that. That's what I'm saying. Y'all hear what y'all want to hear. Like, the argument that you having for me is irrelevant, because that's not what I said. You didn't even understand that shit. Just like somebody said, so you blame her for your life? Yes. Like, that's a good thing. She could have not had me. What the hell is you talking about? Like, I'm speaking from this shit from the point of view that I have.
Boss Man kind of brought up a point, and I was just waiting to be able to interject to say it. Like, how is this any different from us blaming the fathers for not being there? Mm-hmm. Are we not allowed to do that? Because we do that all the time.
No, I guess.
Damn sure do.
They never talk about why did they walk away.
Oh, have mercy.
And even
my thing is, I don't get to finish, so my shit get chopped up anyway. I wasn't even saying it as a bad thing. What I'm saying is, this is what the fuck the situation was. And if you're a cognizant child and you're looking at what the fuck going on, at the end of the day, it's still like, damn, Mom, you wouldn't have to be damn doing the best you could if you would have kept these niggas around.
Ooh.
At the end of the fucking day, what is we talking about? I'm not blaming her for shit. I'm watching what the fuck actually damn happened. I ain't do the shit. I'm a child. I'm telling you from a child's point of view. This is what the fuck I saw.
It's mama went through with those gentlemen, but for instance, like my mama, bro, like my mama was on dope. My mama
That's
done
my
been with
point, though.
crackheads,
I
and
don't know
like
what the
if my
fuck
mama
she
want to
been with
leave a
you with them
crackhead,
niggas.
bro, I'm not finna be like, nah, mama, you should have stayed with that nigga. You feel me? Like that shit sound crazy, bro.
See, yeah, y'all don't understand. Go ahead.
See, I don't. I think that, and maybe, and just so that I can understand what you say, because what I'm taking from what D-Rock is saying is that it's not necessarily like he blaming his mama, saying that like everything is her fault, but at the same time, our childhood is a reflection of our parents' decision making skills. And so are they not accountable on any level for the decisions that they made that caused them to have to do the best that they could, or any of the experiences that we encountered growing up? What up,
Typically,
H&M, and what up, Coach Bird?
this,
Go ahead, Hood, you
this
got it.
this conversation about female accountability never ends because as men don't like to hold women accountable because we can see it all the time on different panels. I go through it all the time, and it's just almost like a weird part of Western culture where we just don't like to hold women to full account. But here's the problem, right? If so many women are going to be so gung ho about saying, "Well, I can raise a man all by myself, and I don't need the man; I can do it." Well, then you have to hold the bag when the men say you did something wrong. Because if your son, and it's not even about D-Rock, because I can make the same kind of criticisms of my mom, and I've been through it with my mom and told her about the shit that bothered me growing up, right? But if you're gonna do it all on your own, then you got to hold the bag on your own. You can't blame the man who was not there.
We don't know what happened. We don't give it
Context is
nuance. This is
important.
not something, yeah, you can't just put
I
that
know
on.
what happened in
It's
my
like telling
story.
a person, exactly, sir.
I'm
I
like,
am sorry to hear what happened to you in
me
your
too.
life. And just like I went through my shit in my life,
Not
my
me.
daddy was a straight up crackhead.
Appreciate you,
I'm
appreciate you.
happy to be here, but like my mother told me, she was 19 years old. My father was 30.
Oh,
He's supposed to know better, right?
Same with me. My daddy was much older than my mama.
Oh, and yes, my daddy stayed. Oh, my mama
So,
did. She stayed next to him, eat through the cheating, through the extra kids, through
oh
the
boy.
beatings, and she stayed with her man for 18 years. So she should
Okay,
get a
yeah.
gold star.
Let me jump in real quick, because
All I'm
I
saying
would
is
go ahead.
all people, and I just want to say this, Shanika, I was not attacking or saying nothing crazy to nobody. I'm just giving a different perspective of life. I'm not saying that it don't happen, it hasn't happened, but it's like, damn, I speak and then I gotta hear all this extra noise. I'm not saying anything that hasn't happened in my own life. Like I said, I ain't trying to front. I know where I come from. I am also a product of a single mother. And yes, my mother was married. And yes, my daddy
mhm,
was in the house, but he was smoking crack every day.
mhm.
That's just a different perspective. That's all. It don't make nobody right or wrong. I'm just saying, us as women, I don't, y'all, again, you give me a definition of what a man is and what he's supposed to be doing at this point, 2025. And what are we supposed to be telling boys? And the birth rate is down. Black women aren't having kids at the rate that they used to. So either you want us to close our legs or you want us to go have babies with a rando because
Close
he
them.
nice to us because he can go to work
Close
every
them.
day.
Close them
Can't
and
there
keep
be a
them
third
closed.
One of that.
option?
Okay, go ahead.
Close them, keep
Yeah.
them closed.
Yeah, I
Close
say
them,
that.
keep them closed for all I care. I'm not out there no more. I close them, keep them closed
So
for
how
all I
you
give a damn.
Ooh. Red
so if you're
Illusion
not
said
out
birth rates
there,
is
then
down,
how
so we
you
flushing them down the toilet.
okay. I'm backing up out this convo. I'm gonna
I'm just
pause
saying,
up. That
I don't
no.
give a damn. Y'all do what y'all want to do.
It
I
sound
kind of
real.
want to look at the.
It
I do want to
sound
look at
real.
those
It sounded
child
real.
deletion rates from back in the
Dog. It
days.
sounded
I'm
real
curious.
incelish. It sounded real incelish. I don't know what the fuck
Oh,
going on today,
okay.
but
Let's
You
take a
say
pause
so.
for the cause. H&M, Coach Fur, y'all ain't jumped in here yet. Do y'all think that women can raise a man? Go ahead.
You want to go, hustler?
First of all, salute to the Drip Nation. Glad to
Yes.
be
What
here
up? What up?
once
What
again.
up?
What up, what up, what up?
And to answer the question, can a woman raise a man? Generally speaking, no, they can't. That's why we need fathers. The father is the only person responsible for raising a man to be an actual man. Because without a father, learning how to be a man becomes more trial and error than just straight up lessons on how to be tough and how to be stoic. That's where the father comes in, or the uncle, or the grandfather, whoever, the old man next door, anybody that you trust.
Oh
That's where
my
the real
God.
teaching's supposed to come from. That's how I look at it.
Oh my God.
You can't put all that on just a woman unless she really has to do it. Just saying.
Damn, I'm sorry. I'm just mad at Red Illusions because now you made me go and look this shit up. Back in like the 80s, it was
Mm-hmm.
less than 1 million child deletions.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
In 2025,
God
like
damn.
it is increased to millions. Like
It's half a
So,
mil a
Shanika,
year
I
over
didn't
here.
even mention any.
Well,
Like I
damn.
don't even want to say the numbers because it's
Over
just
here.
like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
And
shout
y'all
out
think the
to
men just be complaining for nothing?
mhm.
Right.
Salute to the drug dealers who sold crack to the parents and the aunties and the uncles. Salute to that pandemic. That epidemic destroyed a lot of what was already built. A lot of
It's
y'all uncles and people, they were building families despite what the government said. They were
Real
still
shit.
creating a way. Some went on welfare and got off within a year or two.
Hmm.
And just to the question, once a boy turned 13, nope, mama can't do nothing about it.
Thank
Once
you.
his balls drop, mama can't do nothing. Mama, you've seen it over the last 35 years how boys are now, most men are chasing behind the women.
Real
They
shit.
complain about the women more than ever in the history of a black man. Even when black man was under Jim Crow, the woman still cooperated. These dudes, they can't get a woman their age to cooperate on nothing. So they can't really change because a boy needs to transition into his man emotions. I had 5 sisters in the house. None of them were pregnant before they graduated high school. And my father was a functioning alcoholic. He drank a lot, but that dude was smart as hell. And he was the craziest dude I met. So no little sloop-footed dude could ever say nothing to me. But I was an easygoing person. When I came across women, they didn't like light skin. I kept it moving. I didn't shame them. I didn't cuss them. When it came to women, my mama kept it real. If your mama didn't keep it real about women, then yeah, you're going to struggle. My daddy, hell, he had green eyes that changed colors 3 times a year. I asked him, I said, why you ain't never talking to me about sex? What's I supposed to do? You're a light-skinned nigga. Once you get some, you ain't gonna think about me. Ain't nobody on this planet ever thought about their parents when they was getting their
Come on.
cheeks or getting some cheeks. Nobody. The thing
Hell
is
no.
who you want to be a person outside of that. Do you want to be a person that help people? Do you want to be a person that builds stuff? That's where men have to focus, not what type of, if you know the type of woman you want, you got to just sort of always focus on that. And if you got a son, or even if women got a son, that's what I say. Steve Harvey ain't said nothing but I've been saying since I've been a man. A boy, as he transition, he needs a father. Whether his father's a cheater or whatever, sometimes you got to put a nigga in that situation. Here, nigga, take care of your son. Let the son figure it out. Because a lot of dudes, they look like they daddy, but they act like they mamas. And y'all know y'all mamas was fighting. Y'all know y'all mamas drank and smoked. And little Earl used to come through with his wife beater t-shirt on. Y'all seen it all. But you
Not my
can't live
mother.
like that going forward. You can't live like that going forward. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. You know, over all of y'all life, y'all been under the feminist movement. The women have told y'all what to do and how to do it. But a boy, especially today, man, if you got a son, I don't care, man. Even a daughter needs a father too. Because you
Right.
can recognize a no good ass dude.
Hmm.
And you just got to have a conversation and be real about the conversation. Don't talk about the mother. You know, don't even worry about the opposite person. But a lot of people, yo, man, your mama ain't shit. See, she did all this after the fact. It's too late. But if a woman want her son to grow up to not be like the man they say they can't find, or to be like the man they say they can't find and not be like the man that they out here sleeping with, then she must allow him to be with his father at some point. Even if his father's in prison, let him go see him. So his father can tell him, don't do that dumb shit so you come up in here. Most fathers would do that. Most fathers wouldn't let their daughters wear tight clothes like the mothers let their sons sag. But it's a different age group. I'll say this and I'll shut up. If you a man, if you 35 and over claiming you're a man and you still sagging your pants, you still a boy. Remember that. You ain't going nowhere outside of your neighborhood. You ain't pulling up in fancy place. Well, you are, but you look out of place. So, yeah.
That is one thing that I
Can
learned. Go ahead.
No, I want to ask you a question, Shanika. And this, if you wanted to have your children, would anything would have stopped you from having them?
If I wanted them, no.
And if you didn't want them, could anybody change your mind?
Absolutely not. I didn't have my first child till I was almost 30 years old. And that was on purpose. Because I didn't want them, so I didn't have them.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, my mom is responsible for me being here. Shout out to her.
Shout out to Mystery Nigga with the $2.33 super holler. He said, real niggas believe in justice for women. And then he came back with $3.77. You know what? he said one drunk man is smarter than 5 women with PhDs.
Man, I had to put money on that right there. I think
I've seen it over and over again.
Real quick, y'all make sure y'all drop some super chats on both platforms. I need to see y'all run it up on Hood shit and over here on Drip shit and on D-Rock shit, on everybody shit. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the channel links in the comments.
Hey, Drip, say let go DripNation. Money, 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 let get it, don't be surprised if she asks where the cash at. Drip under be cash out, hit the super chat, I say let go DripNation. Hey, money, money, drip.
What up, Miss Joy? What up, boss man in the building?
Shanika, can I just add this too?
Yes.
Now, I say women can't raise a boy to be a man, but technically, yes. Literally, most can't. Technically, meaning that if a woman understands that when you have children and they get to school age, they can read, write, talk, you must reinforce a lot of that, right? And you must, be careful what you do around your kid, the language that you speak, and teach them respect for self-respect, house respect. A lot of women even claim they bought. A lot of their kids, you go over, they teenagers, the house is messy. That wasn't heard of back when I was a teenager. Your parent make everybody clean up, but this is the mindset because a lot of more people focus on themselves instead of the kid. If you go through all the social media, a woman, when they got a little baby, they putting adult outfits. They dressing like they kid. You know what I'm saying? So it's then when they start getting older, it just turns to whatever they figure out. A lot of people don't know how to fit clothes, try on shoes. Those are things that need to be taught by the adult. Those are things, how to wash dishes, how to wash clothes, blow their nose. A lot of teenagers today, they don't know how to do basic hygiene, personal growth things. That's important when you're young. But
can you give me an example of a part of masculinity that I cannot teach my child? I could teach them how to pee.
Yeah.
Are you gonna stand in the bathroom with them?
Yeah,
I did with my boys.
How old, Shanika? How old?
I taught both my boys how to. I potty trained both of my boys.
How old were they?
Well, that's potty training, though. It's baby stuff.
They were like, as soon as they learned how to walk, that's when potty training started.
But see, that's the thing. But see, you're right, Shanika. That's the thing. As early as that type of engagement, it needs to happen, and it needs to be reinforced over time. So by the time a child is maybe in middle school, 7th, 8th grade, they pretty much on cruise control. They got good grades. They active in sports and activities. They coming home. They chilling. They can keep their room clean. You know what I'm saying? They can wash clothes. The only thing you got to really do is feed them and give them reinforcement and security. But a lot of people be focused on themselves. These kids play video games more than they learn how to read. These a lot of young people can't even conjugate a verb.
Can
You know,
someone tell me? Sorry, Ferg. Can
no, I'm
someone
just
tell
trying to
me?
say it can. Let me say this, and
I'm
it
sorry.
could
Go ahead, bro.
change because the thing about YouTube, everybody's talking about whatever needs to be fixed, right? And we can create a hell of a list of what needs to be fixed. The solutions are going to be short because when you try to give solutions, people dismiss it just because it may not involve them or they don't feel like it at the time. But when you got people under you, even it's like one thing my father told me. He gave me real life situations as we saw them, and he talked me through it. And he used to tell me, if I see you doing it, even though my father drank shit on the weekend, he drank light and dark. He ain't had no color. My father peed on the I'm gonna tell you how crazy my father was. My father peed on the police's shoes. They pulled
Are
him
you
over drunk one
serious?
time.
Holy
Yes,
shit.
and the only thing he had to do was, but
That was
he
back in the good
wasn't.
old day before you can go to jail for drunk driving. They just let you walk it off back then.
He wasn't. I mean, but he was.
Trey Z,
He
let me
told
call
me
you
don't.
back, big bro.
The only thing I'm saying something, shut up, man,
I'm with a
because
bit right now. Let me call you right back.
these
Ooh.
topics
Yeah.
are important, but even in holding the person accountable, because it's not. I'll say this: if you're going to hold a person that whatever shamed you, that's why I think a lot of people could go back to their parents, mother and father, right? You got to go back to both of them and get both sides of your story, because some people don't figure out, damn, why am I keep failing? Because it's another part of your manhood or a part of your manhood with your being able to connect with women. It typically would come from your parents. A lot of y'all got siblings that
Well,
y'all used to
Ferg, let
fight.
me let me let
So
me let me highlight that point right there because there's a reason why I'm showing you. I gave you this clip, Shanika, and I put another one in the back. And there's a
mhm.
theme to this, and this is something I wanted to talk about because we're having this conversation about women raising men, and this is something that's like almost undiscussed. But in Black America, I know this is an issue. Women have a hard time raising a man without breaking him first.
Ooh, shit.
That's really what's going on in a lot of Black America. You see, like things like
So
baby
you saying
boy and all.
do you say women break their sons coming out the
They
gate?
they have to because as a woman, you can't maintain your order and dominance over your home with this 13, 14, 15-year-old man unless you break his spirit to some degree. With men, it's a lot easier to manage and check that and challenge it and all that. You can just punch him in the chest once or twice. It's not going to emasculate him, but it will set him straight. Coming from your mom, see, your mom's not going to punch you in the chest. She's gonna yell at you for 15 minutes and call you a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I get. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
I
part of
I've
that
just
seen
point.
it.
I just want to chime in real quick and to family business, right? Like I do understand that it's not my place to teach a boy how to use the bathroom, right? Like I'm not. That wasn't a situation where I forced myself into that role. It was just at the time I was being provided for, and my ex was working two jobs and almost never home, and so there I didn't have any other choice. You feel me? And so
Right.
along with other things, but like I definitely do understand that that wasn't necessarily my place. But I just wanted, again, that was just the first example that
No,
popped
that's
in
still
my head.
no, because that's still part of teaching him how to be a functioning adult.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
Okay,
a
I get
person that
that.
yeah,
And
it
you
so
is.
know what I'm saying?
I
and
was
He
gonna
can't
so
he
ask, what's
great.
the difference between family business and I'm just calling him out, but there's a couple other ones. But what's the difference between family business and travel one? Like this seemed like to be the
ooh,
male version of a travel one. Everything is the black woman's fault. Like, what the fuck is going on? Am I being trolled today? What is
um
happening right now?
Actually, no, we're
Man,
not
you don't
blaming
even know
black
where you're.
women. We
Okay.
just talking.
if let me play this little clip right here and then we can get to that other one.
All right.
Hold on. Did you read the super chats?
Yes, I did.
Thank you, man.
My little girl, sit down.
What up, Ferg?
It doesn't matter if the girl knew you. It was the crowd that you was hanging around with.
Damn.
I know they did it, Mom. Hey, it doesn't matter if you know that they were bullying somebody. You was around them. Do you understand that? It's a lot of people be around people and you ain't got nothing to do with it. But guess what? When somebody else do something bad and you around them, you going down too. I don't want nobody to be bullying y'all. So why would you think I want somebody else to you be bullying somebody, huh? That little girl got feelings, right? You got feelings. Don't you got feelings? Huh? Yeah. So why you ain't working around the crowd? I ain't know they were doing it, Mom. You did it. No, I didn't. Pete, listen to me. I'm a mother. I'm a mother, Pete. I know what you're going to do in my face. And I know what you're capable of doing without me being around. I'm a mother. No, you did it. No, I didn't. I ain't know. Why would you want to hang around some boys anyway? It's like you would have been friends with that little girl, right? Nah, I wouldn't be with that girl, Mom. You're not getting what I'm saying. If I was a boy, I'd rather be friends with a girl than a boy. Man.
Did you hear that shit right there?
Whoa. So.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
Because she teaching him to chase women, not look after women. It's a difference.
Well, not even that. If I was a girl, no, what you say? If I was a boy, I'd rather be friends with a little girl. That is not how life as a little boy is. You have friends that are other little boys. So, like, what are you trying to set him up to be? One of the girls?
I thought girls still had cooties at that age, or am I tripping?
I told my niece, boys stink on my mama.
Why would you want to be around the girls?
But that's the logic of a woman. She's always putting the boy in the woman's mindset. That's the problem. That's the problem. That boy need to be on somebody's gridiron. See, you know, a little fat, overweight boy, man, his ass need to be running somewhere.
Not for nothing. We don't even know how guilty he is or isn't about this situation. Apparently, a bunch of boys was teasing the girl. He was a part of the group. He's telling his mom it wasn't him. She don't want to believe him. She's protecting another little girl that's not even a fucking kid. She's protecting somebody that's my point. Hold on. She's protecting somebody that's not even her kid over her fucking son.
But you got to understand the overall concept. What she's trying to teach him is that, look, you are birds of a feather. People know each other. So if you with the crowd and if all of us is hanging out and they see all of us together, Shanika go bullying somebody, she go point out that light-skinned ugly dude right there. It was the dude with the red hat. She gonna point everybody out. The person is being victimized. So now,
you don't defend your flesh and blood, bro. That's your boy. You gotta feed him to the wolves.
She's defending him, though. She's defending him.
She's not, bro. I'm telling you, she's not.
She's saying she's defending him. My bad. She's trying to help him now. She just don't know how to explain it. But you hanging around dumbass dudes, like it always happened, will get you caught up.
Hold on, Ferg. Hold on.
We can agree she's trying. We can agree she's trying.
Hood. Who is Bill Handy?
I'm not totally sure who Bill Handy is.
You got a wave in the back, Jake. Yeah, what it said, Bill Handy.
Yeah, that is what it says.
Yeah, I'm not ready to vouch for that one. He might be somebody I know, but I don't know that name, so I can't vouch on that.
It's all good.
I just wanted to give a little pushback to that because it was just the part where she was like, you did. I get her giving him the birds of a feather speech. Yeah, I agree with that. I understand that. But he was like, it wasn't me. And she like, nah, you did. And I think that she could have explained it differently. Yes. And then I would have appreciated it more. But I feel like what Hood was saying, like she not even having his back. Because what if he hanging around them and he just standing there and he ain't did shit? But because he was standing there, he still got in trouble. But she should know her son well enough to know, like, you know what he's
Shanika, you're right.
Maybe he is.
You're right. But did you also hear the part where she said, well, you do that around me. So I know what you doing when you ain't around me. She said that. So most
But if it's
parents
the
know their
charge is
kids.
teasing a little girl, like, what are we talking about?
But
Apparently,
see,
they were
that's
teasing
because
some
that's where the
girl.
father. But that's where the man logic has to come in because
Okay.
she's giving them wrong information right there. But she know her son. Most people know their kids. You know your kid can't read. You know your kid can't shoot a jump shot. You know your kid is disruptive because they talk back to you.
No, you
That's what
can't
she
say that.
said.
So your
This
child ain't
woman
never.
said.
And
So I'm
this is
saying, but
why
your
I
child
say,
ain't never showed you nothing that you were like, damn, I didn't know you could do that. Ever.
Huh?
let me say
Your
this real
child, your
quick.
child ain't never showed you something that you were like, damn, I didn't know you could do that. And I ain't talking about once
Yeah,
they became an adult, but even as a child.
but in a good way, not in a bad way.
Yeah, I'm
You
saying.
know who
Yeah,
your
still.
kid
Okay.
is when they are. Most people know when they got some fucked up ass kids because the school will call them. Well, what you want me to do?
Okay.
Hold on,
I'm
y'all.
working.
Let your nigga read the super chat real quick. Go ahead, your nigga.
Shout out to Curry Love on the main account. Oh
Wait,
Lord, we made it.
wait. Did you say Curry?
I said Corey.
I thought you said Curry. I'm like, this nigga. Okay, bet.
Shout out to Corey Love with a $10 super holla. He says she's teaching him to submit to emotions. A
Ooh.
father would handle this much different.
For sure.
Shout out to Corey Love.
Absolutely.
Definitely appreciate that support.
Let me
And let's
say
go
this.
DripNation. Shouts out to homie from the house of love, baby. Coy love. DripNation salute. Let's go DripNation.
Go ahead, Janelle.
So with all this talking, right? Like all this stuff that we talking about, what is this? I feel like we just adopting the same game plan that y'all be shooting at. Like y'all be complaining about the women getting on here talking crazy about the men. What is we talking about this gonna do for black women? How does this help accomplish anything?
Let me tell you what y'all need to do, right? So you need to go get you a woman, right? And when you get you a woman, do this. Play this motherfucking song, and you turn that motherfucker up loud in the motherfucker, and you say, baby, go get comfortable for your boy real quick. You feel me? You turn him lights down a little bit. You know, if she drink, have your wine, chill. You smoke, have your blunt ready. After y'all engage into a serious conversation where y'all geeky and goddamn, you slightly grab her motherfucking hand. You hear me? And when you grab her hand, you pick her ass up, pick her up, and let her lead you to the room. Goddamn it, let her lead you to the room.
Yes,
You feel me? Then after you do that, you do this. You put a little old vibe on like that, and then you do something like this, Yeah. You cut that motherfucker surround sound system up a little louder, and you say, baby, you know, you never been in love like I've been in love. And then you hit that Lenny Williams line. Yeah. And then you beat that thing up. There we go. Yeah. See, you niggas not jamming that slow shit no more. You want to
But
jam
real
Dirt
talk,
and
Drip. But
everybody
real
else.
talk, bro. What's the
Man,
salute?
I
Are we
can't.
just gossiping at this point? We just a bunch of gossiping ass niggas now?
Come
Like we
on,
just going
bro.
what's going on? I
Look.
challenge anybody right
Good
now
question.
in the chat right now. Call 5 hoes on your phone. If you ain't got 5
Come
hoes,
on.
bring your wife on the line, bro. I really feel like this can't be real right now. Like, is you niggas for real?
To say what? To say and do what?
My
Is
wife
this an
think you know you
incel
niggas
thing?
is
Like, is
real.
this we're mad at women because, bro? I'm with y'all a lot of the times. Like, I'm down for the cause, but right now this shit sound fucking
How did
crazy,
you
bro.
read? But now that's what we're trying to understand. How did you read us being mad at the women?
Because what are we doing right now? We're
Out of that.
just gossiping about women tendencies and
Woo.
what black
We're
women are
watching a
doing. I
woman
don't.
No, we're
justify his
not.
gun.
I don't want to
No,
paint it that
We're
narrative.
not doing that up in here.
We're having a
We don't do that over here.
conversation. We're
Okay.
having a
Let me say this real quick.
conversation
Okay.
Damn.
to
But look,
understand
I'm gonna
whether
say
women are
this.
capable of raising a man.
I
And
agree with Cam.
For real,
Nah,
Okay,
bro.
Drip,
let
Like,
me
hell
say
my
nah.
this.
bad, Drip.
But look,
I'm
Oh,
confused, then, bro. I'm confused,
nah,
then,
hold on,
bro.
just real talk. Let me tell you how we not abusing or bashing women, bro.
It's
Cause even what I said about my mom Dukes, I'm still looking at it like I'm wishing that she had a stand-up dude in her life. the end result is me being a stand-up dude because I didn't want to see no woman that I cared about go through what I saw my mama go through. Because it's hard as hell raising these kids out here and you ain't got no protection, no covering, or no real person that really cares about you. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit get hard out here. At the end of the day, like, I feel like that's the difference between me being a man and me being the nigga still out there in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't taking shit seriously. So no, this ain't no women bashing session. But at the end of the day, this is a man-woman conversation. This is a man-woman thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
So-
why I
You know what's
asked you the
crazy?
question. Because at the end of the day, hold on, because at the end of the day, ain't no baby being born without a woman allowing it to come through. Point blank, period. So the women got
What up,
some
Benson?
accountability in it. But we ain't beating them up, though. I don't even know how you got that out of this conversation, bro.
I think it's wild that we in the middle of reviewing a clip where there's a woman yelling at her son, probably unjustly, which is what we're debating, like how just she is right now in her action. And even while the boy is basically being verbally abused, somehow it turns into we're abusing the women.
No, we're just calling
I
out
don't
something
think.
for what it
Yeah, I
is.
don't
But
think
let me
I
say
said
this real
y'all are.
quick.
I don't think I
I'm not
said y'all
trying
are
to.
abusing the women. I said that
That's
there's a
wild.
No, we
lot of
don't do
gossip.
that.
I don't think I said that. There's a lot of things being stated right now that I ain't said, but it is what it
Hey,
is. I mean, a
hey.
hit
These
a,
weird niggas,
a hit
man.
dog holler. A hit dog will holler, boy.
No,
I be
bro,
glad when niggas
bro,
grow
we just
up,
trying to
man.
get out.
God damn.
Man,
Like
all
I
right,
said, a hit
man,
dog
for
will
real.
holler,
All right.
man.
Jesus.
Well, let me say this.
Well,
And
hold on. H&M, go ahead. And then Ferg, because I see Ferg get a little frustrated. Read the super
No,
chat.
I
No,
ain't
no, I ain't super
frustrated.
chat.
Drip,
would-
man, I don't get
I'm
frustrated. No goddamn grown ass, ugly.
No, not like
Dudes and shit.
Ferg.
I don't never
Hold
get
on.
frustrated. I'll just be like,
Hold on.
damn, man.
Ferg,
Go ahead, man.
first of all, Ferg, you know how I'm coming. You know I'm not meaning you being frustrated like you
I
mad
was
at
just
me
saying,
being
I
frustrated.
just be
I'm just
responding to
saying
that
you
right
were no. Check me out. I know you well enough to know to say from this internet you were just ad-libbing just now. You like, God damn.
Yeah, I just
Not
be
like,
ad-libbing, man. I don't
not
get
like
frustrated.
frustrated, like you mad.
I get
Not
frustrated
like
with them
that.
kids that don't listen, but no.
I feel you.
Nigga
No, I
shit,
wouldn't say like that.
nigga
Go
shit
ahead.
help me be better. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You good?
I mean, I'm not going to say moms in general cannot be good teachers or women can't be good teachers. But my thing is, I think a lot of women, just like they lead with emotions, they often teach their sons and daughters with emotions. Because, and this is why this is why I don't think moms give the best advice when it comes to dealing with situations, or especially when it comes to dealing with girls, because they'll say, just be nice to her, just do this, just do that, and
But
then
what's
it
wrong with
backfires.
that, brother?
But the father,
The
on the other
mama
hand,
don't
will
know
lead with
this.
logic and tell them something totally different.
Be nice to
This is
her.
where the father come in. No emotions, just all logic.
But we
Just
talking
saying.
about kids, man. Come on.
So I want us to kind of go back because I want this to be a conversation where I can take something away from it as a mother of boys, right?
Right,
And so,
right.
we're just talking about, and that's why I was asking earlier, like for some examples of something, and this is just for everybody listening, so that women can understand, right? Like why we can't do it, since literally everybody's saying that we can't do it, can't do it, can't do it, can't do it. I want to understand why. And one person, and I forgot who it was, but they was like, I got an example. Discernment. Is there a difference in discernment with regards to the male perspective versus the female perspective?
It is,
Yeah.
but
It is.
there's
Yeah.
women have virtues. I think it'd be important sometime, right? Because people like to throw words around to know the dictionary meaning of it, and also break that down from action to noun and be able to see it in those concepts and comprehend it that way. But everybody should have a sense of discernment about themselves. You can tell some niggas panic under pressure.
Come on, Ferg.
Some people panic under failure. Some people panic when told no. You see how they respond. So
Ferg. Let me ask you this, bro, because I don't want to forget this. First of all, I tried to Venom motherfucking ass, hit the panel. So, Ferg, yesterday there was a statement said, somebody said you should go. you should fight your every boy should fight their dad.
Damn. Okay, go ahead.
Wait. See, your reaction just verified I wasn't tripping. But wait. Before everybody jump on my neck, right? Because I see it coming.
Somebody said,
It's coming.
Hold up. Somebody said,
It's coming.
So I heard you right. Somebody said every boy should fight their fathers.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, finish up, man. That's
and me, I'm like, bro, so you want this nigga? He got to have a humbling moment. He got to make sure he ain't smelling his nuts too much. And I'm just like, fuck that. So then I said, if you're married, that woman is gonna run outside and say, stop hitting that boy like that. Do you agree to that, Bert?
No, my mother never told my father shit about not doing something to me. The only thing she told him one day was not kill him.
Well, that's the same damn. Come on, Bert. That's the same.
No. What I'm saying is, when fathers very rarely, we get a bad rap. Black men very rarely abuse their own seeds.
Watch this, though, Bert. So watch this first. Let me finish, right? So Shanika says she not gonna run in if it look like the man is hitting him too hard. She not gonna run out there and say nothing. She gonna watch. That's what she said. Hold on, wait. Okay, cool.
Oh my God, go ahead.
I said, what you gonna do? You said watch. You said, because I'm not gonna interrupt no man and no man. You said I'm gonna trust his decision that he's not hitting him right. I just reworded you word for word. So hold on. I'm not saying you're wrong, Shanika. I ain't saying you're wrong. So wait.
It ain't word for word, but go ahead.
See, bro,
that wasn't verbatim, but go ahead.
Challenge me, bro. What the fuck? So listen, Bert. Anyway, Shanika with your big head ass. So I was just like, look, I don't think men should, boys should do that. Like, they should already have the respect from, you know what I'm saying, growing up. Like, nah, this motherfucker here, this daddy. I raise my voice, you know what time it is. You feel me? So D-Rock, I told D-Rock, I say, so whatever y'all get out there in the street and box, and he accidentally slides your ass and knock your ass out on accident.
Man, what are we talking
or just hit. Hold on, Bird. D-Rock say he ain't gonna wake up.
Okay, so are you done?
No. Wait a minute. Y'all two need to drop yourselves first. D-Rock and Shanika drop themselves because I ain't got time, right? So wait. Hold on.
Just finish. Collect yourself. Finish your statement, please.
Hold on. Let me let Ferg answer the goddamn question. Go ahead, Ferg.
No. Okay. So exactly what's the question?
Do you think? My bad. See, Shanika, you goddamn, you talking.
Come on.
That was you talking for 45 minutes. He don't remember the question no more.
Just
what
2
was
minutes.
The question? No. What was the question?
Do you agree with this shit?
Do I agree with what? If a father's disciplining his son,
all the sons should
fight the daddy.
No, man. Come on, listen.
Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, for what the conversation was really about.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What we really were talking about, since he wants to just throw that out there out of context, we were talking about situations where you are disciplining your child. Or you're not even disciplining your child. Hold on. Or we're not even disciplining your child, but a situation where your child like bows up against you and they bumping your chest, ready to throw hands with you. And what Edelman was saying was sometimes you gotta teach them a lesson, and you gonna have to just go ahead and whoop them up a little bit to show them like, hey, I'm a grown ass man, because they have disrespected you by trying to run up on you, not you trying to just fight your children or you trying to provoke your children or anything. Like you tell him to go take out the trash, he say something slick in response, and you go say take that trash out, and then now he want to be in your face hollering and mushing you, and he ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that type.
That is not a father-son relationship. That's mother-daughter. No fathers. That don't even apply to father-son life. I promise you.
That was hypothetical though.
That was what they were talking about. As far as like if your son run up, sometimes you might have to, you know what I'm saying, show him that you the big dog and not the child.
Don't you worry. I'm kind of federal
I just think that one is like, especially for a boy, for a father and son relationship. If your son wants to try you in that way on a physical level, there's something already deeply broken. You don't just
Come
get to
on,
that
Ross.
point.
Come on.
You don't just get to that point in a natural course of I'm raising my boy. No. You got to be abusing that boy. You got to be beating his mom up. For him to really want to fight you like that, no. Something dark is going on here.
We're not disagreeing with that. We're just saying that the story started past that point. He's in your face, ready to fight and being disrespectful.
Come on, listen. Let's
That's
be
what I'm
real
saying.
about
That's
this.
not the problem. The problem is way before that.
Let's break this. Hold up. We got to be real.
So nigga, let Ferg talk.
Now listen, we got to be real about this, right? Listen. Ain't too many brothers living with their fathers, waking up smelling their father's feet and farts, ever challenging their father for real. Now, you might get to an age where you 15, 16, and like me, I remember when I was like 14, my father, he was drunk and he was on some more, I don't know what the fuck he was on, but he said something to my mother slick, and I stood up like, man, don't be talking like that to my mama. And he looked at me, right? He said, boy, it looked like he was going to get mad. Then he just bust out laughing. He said, you growing up, ain't you? You growing up, ain't you? You know me now, I'm all like, yeah, so you better leave my mama alone. And from that point, we had a cool relationship, right? And the only time he ever whooped me, I was in the 7th grade. I bought all F's. I failed every class. I ain't do no work.
Damn, Ferg.
Yeah, the little girls, man, they was doing too much to me, man, and I was going.
Okay, understood a little bit. I got you.
So when he whooped me, and nobody never talked about this. I remember people being over my house. My mom was in the kitchen, had some friends. He told me, he said, when I call you out, because he said, I don't play about school. You know that. My father went to a smart school, won football championship, so he had a reputation for himself. So I'm like, he called me out there. He said, boy, I hate to do this in front of everybody. Only thing I heard my mama say was, don't kill him. That's all she said.
Yeah, that's the same thing as me saying you hit him too hard.
But again,
stop hitting that boy like that.
But see, here's the difference. That was my blood father.
Yeah, that's what we talking about.
Like so. But once he disciplined me that time, I never had a problem in school.
Berg, he whooped you with a fucking belt. Either man said, go fight your fucking daddy.
No, either man didn't fight his daddy. Don't believe that.
Man, do you think I believe
you ain't fighting no daddy?
Man says?
Even he said his daddy broke him down. So
that's what
I think he was being hyperbolic, bro.
But your daddy
wait, hell no. Hood, don't try to save his ass because you be the main one going at his nigga. I'm saying this. That nigga said, nah, if hit nigga smell his ass and he buck up, nigga, my daddy whooped my ass. That's what the man said. He beat me up clearly. So watch this.
Yeah, he let him know, like, you still a boy. I feel you. But see, that's when you gain a mutual respect between father and son right there.
So, Ferg, watch this, Ferg. Would you? No. I knew D-Rock was going to say something. No. So, Ferg, what about boxing gloves?
My father didn't have to do that. I learned how to box outside.
Ferg, I'm just talking about you and your son. He want to get some stress off because we were watching this.
Yeah, boxing gloves, a boxing punching bag, exercise, swimming. Anything.
Okay, so Ferg, no, Ferg, we ain't talking about swimming to fight you. We talking about him in your face, Ferg, wanting to, because he mad at you because you ain't let him do something. Watch this, though, Ferg. Watch this, though, Ferg.
Getting in my face.
Hold on, Ferg. Watch this. We were watching a video.
Yeah.
And the white woman said these kids will end up going to jail or either taking their energy out on running from the police or fighting. So it's good.
But that's how white kids do. They attack their parents.
Ferg, some nigga babies attack their parents too.
Most of them don't do their real fathers like that. They might do a stepdaddy out.
They fight their grandmas.
Mama, yeah, but again, when you got a boy and you're an older woman, you shouldn't. No grandmama should be having the kids like that. She should have some help.
Ferg, why is it an excuse? He's a fucking demon.
But what I'm saying, he's a boy. He's reacting to what's already happened to him.
Fighting your fucking grandma?
Yes, there's some trauma outside the grandmama. He's just giving it to the grandmama. Where's his mama and daddy? See, he understands that where they at. He just, and grandmama got rules.
You can put him up, nigga. What up, Angus, my man?
What's up? I came up here to debunk Ferg because white kids do not be beating up on their parents.
That's a bullshit lie too.
That's bullshit right there. I don't know where the fuck this fuck. I don't know where the hell this myth came from. But if
He's
I would
Gen
have
X.
fucked up
No,
on my
Gen X,
mom, my
no.
dad would have beat the dog shit out of
You
me.
Gen X, no, wouldn't have it. These new kids be fighting their parents, man. These younger kids be
Parent side
talking
like a
crazy.
mother.
But
I
by the
work
way,
that way, man.
we heard about the Menendez brothers in the 90s. They deleted their
Gen
parents.
Xers now, your mama beat you through the
Menendez.
floor.
What up, Benson?
Yeah, Drip, I'm trying to be civil. Like, just let me know if I can talk. Everyone's talking.
I got you. Soon as D-Rock say what you finna say, go ahead, D-Rock. And then Vander, you got it.
Nah,
and then Snowman
you
first.
got it.
Well, go ahead, Vander. Go
saying.
ahead. You got it. Well, go ahead, D-Rock.
Nah, go ahead, man.
Go ahead, Vander. All right.
Okay, yeah, I won't be long with it. Regarding sons and fathers, like from my position, sons need to check their fathers at a certain point because fathers are tyrannical. Like every son look at their father like he's a demon. And wait, please don't interrupt me. Let me get to my point.
Hey, Vander, bro, hold on. Vander, hold on. Wait, D-Rock. I got it. Vander,
I'm going somewhere.
Hold on, Vander. Hold on, Vander. You know goddamn well we don't be dropping you, bro. Don't do that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. Go ahead, Vander. You got it. You got the whole flow.
Yeah, I'm going somewhere with this. Like,
go ahead.
Young sons and young men look at their father as a demon because he is the tyrannical father. He is the man in the house dictating laws. And you, as a young man, you want to challenge him at some point. You want to challenge it. Like, you know what? I don't agree with this. Eventually, you'll butt heads. That was me. Me and my father, we used to fight. We used to fight every single time. No. He'll get the belt. Even my mother's like, you know what? You're beating up the son too much. He's like, no. This little boy needs to learn. Eventually, at the age of 16, I remember this man was trying to belt me. I grabbed that belt and I grabbed his arm and I told him, hit me one more time. I swear to God, I'm going to call the police on you and you're done. Period. And I never like saying that because I don't believe in calling police on parents and all that.
Damn, you was gonna snitch your dad out.
No, here we go. Because it got to that point. Where I was like, why am I living on this tyranny? Why am I living under tyranny? But you know what happened, Drip? You know what happened after that? I went to school. I came back. I guess him and my mom talked and blah blah. I came like, you know what? Let's sit down. What's the issue? We talked the issues, and guess what? From there, it became like a peace treaty. Like,
what was the issues?
What was the issue? How old was you, bro? How old was you?
I said 16. I was
right.
16.
So what was the issues?
Because he was trying to son me. He was trying to treat me like a little boy. And I'm like, I don't want to be treated
You
No, you don't get that one. You can't win that one. No, you can't get that one.
Wow, your dad was trying to son you. Imagine that.
Exactly.
His son.
Wait.
Hey, bro, we can't make this shit up. So you get the goddamn time step, goddamn.
You looking at your daddy like a demon because your mama bailed you out every time.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, my son is 10 years old. He already knows. He ever calls the cops on me for putting my hands on him, it's gonna be far worse when I get out of jail.
Exactly.
Drip. You misunderstand, Drip. This is African father. It's not a European father. It's not Western father. This is an African father. Even till this day, in the 60s, he's like, son, what do you do? African fathers are relentless, bro. They have no chill.
You just mad because your dad wanted you to act right and he gave you
right.
But guess what?
Right. I think you were rebellious. You were a rebellious Western kid. That's what it was. Look. Vincent, so you were an African kid living in the West. You were rebelling.
Yeah, that's what he was.
So wait. Hold on. Not even that. You did take the belt from him and held his hand and told him, "You hit me one more time." Come on, bro. You're a fucking demon.
Right. Wait. Drip.
If you would have been my son and grabbed my hand while I had the belt, that would have been the last time you ever grabbed a hand.
Who wants belt at 16? Come on, man.
Let me tell you something, bro. The time I told my mama I was gonna call them folks on him, she said call them. And when they come get your dumb ass and they don't feed you like all the snacks and shit you used to eat and everything, then don't bring your ragged ass back. Right. That shit hit different when I couldn't eat my snacks, bro. I'm like, hell no.
That's the cultural difference. That's the cultural difference right there. There's a cultural difference.
There ain't no cultural difference. Your father wants you to be Your father wants you to be a respectful young man, and you got a hold of some African American coochie, and you was losing your mind.
African American, I'm even.
You wasn't acting right.
I'm leaving American. What are you talking about?
You started having sex, and you wasn't acting right. You lost it.
What are you talking about? Who
When
mentioned
you were
sex?
16, you were
16
virgin.
was about I needed my own space. Like, let me live, let me breathe a
Your
little
own
bit.
space. You
No,
can't.
you don't get space at
I need
16.
Come
What are you
on,
saying?
man.
What
Yeah,
you
You need
talking
your
about?
own room so you can shut the door and whack off at 16. That's all you was trying to
What the?
all your ass is trying to do.
Wait.
Couch
Are
your
you,
ass.
are you trying to say I should be the masturbator? Like just say, yo, dad, yeah, you're
Big
right.
beta. Big
Yeah,
beta.
I'm gonna
Nah,
go
man,
to my
your father,
room. I'm gonna
he
go
was
to my room
trying
and
to do
jack
you a solid and you got mad and you ran to your mouth.
No. It's a sense of like authority, like a tyrannical. I just did not want to live under that tyranny. I'm like,
You said
enough.
a tyrant.
Enough. And by the way, drip. That's something you know. My father said, you know what? At least I respect you because at least you stop. And until this day, we have a good relationship. Me and my father. I love my
No,
father.
that's good, bro. You're supposed to have a good relationship with your
Yeah,
dad.
yeah. But it was like a moment of like it's like a turning point. It was like, God,
You're
damn,
lucky your dad didn't give you a basic bitch backhand when you grabbed that
Come
fucking
on, bro.
Actually, I got a lot of backhands, by the way. I got a lot of backhands before.
Oh, he was getting
A lot.
back.
This motherfucker said he loved backhand.
That man's hand was like a lion paw drip. His hand was like a
What
paw.
are you mad?
I would fuck my son up if he grabbed anything I was trying to hit him with.
Come on, bro. What I'm saying, like, bro, my mama
That's
before
my point.
even
Talking
having
about.
someone grab a
That's my
motherfucking
point. That's my point. You have to find a level. I'm not a father, but even he said, yeah, he was doing too much. It's about doing too much, man. He was doing too much for me.
He wasn't doing too much.
There's no such
man.
dude. If you're at 16, you thought your dad was sonning you, he wasn't doing enough.
Right.
Nah,
So wait, Mr. Snowman. Until how long?
Mr.
How long?
Till your ass leave his house.
Until you move out the motherfucking house and start paying your own bills. That's when.
See, that's the American mindset. That's the American mindset, sir.
Man, you want to stay with your daddy in your 20s? Man,
Vanson. How
No,
long
I'll
was you in
beat the
America,
red
Vanson?
off his head. I swear to God,
Hold
I
on.
will he ever fucks with him.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Vanson, how long was you in the States?
In the States.
How long was you in America? When you over here?
No. I'm speaking from an African in the UK, sir. From the
Nah,
UK.
I'm asking you, how long was you in America?
0.
Oh, okay. I thought you was over here for a second. Then you.
No. Drip. I'm speaking from an African, UK mindset, like living with parents. By the way, Drip, real quick, Africans don't believe kicking out their children at 18. I think that shit is corny because what happens?
My mama didn't say that shit neither, Vanson. My mama didn't say that shit neither.
Yeah, because Snowman is thinking, yeah, you have to be outside. Bro, we have multi-generation until
I'm
your
sorry,
child
but
is ready to
I'm
move
sorry,
out.
sir, but something that
I'm
I
sorry,
brought into
sir.
this
I'm
world
sorry,
and took.
sir. No wonder I see too many white guys.
No, because
Hold on. Let Vanson finish this. No, man, you got the whole flow.
I'll
Go
be
ahead, lay your
quick.
plane,
man,
Vanson.
you Gen X, so you
I'll
got
be quick. Drip. There's a reason why we see a lot of homeless young white men homeless and young ladies because they kick out their families at 18. That is sick.
No,
That's not true. Asians don't do that. Africans don't do that.
That's not true. That's not true.
No, it ain't, dude. Because look, the thing is my son and any of my kids can live with me as long as they want, but as long as they're under my roof, they're living under my rules. I'm the one. I don't care if you're a fucking adult or not. This is my house, and you ain't going to tell me how shit goes in my house. If you want to make the rules, go make your own house.
Go make your own house on my mama and them.
You gonna clean up. You gonna have chores, cut the grass, shovel the snow.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Pay bills and everything. You gonna pay all of the utilities.
But as long as you're living under my roof, I'm always going to sun your ass, son.
Hey, B.
I don't know why I'm so angry.
You gonna be eating my wife's cooking too, man? Please.
Good heavens. You guys are jumping the gun. All I'm saying, if you're going to live with the parents, I agree.
Babbling.
I agree. Pay the bills, help out with chores, help out with the household. I agree. But, Snowman, are you going to beat up your son at the age of goddamn 20 if he's living under you still? No,
if he's disrupting my peace, abso-fucking-lutely.
Oh my God! Then you deserve an uppercut.
But why would I?
No, because why do I have to live with a grown ass man disrupting my peace in the castle I built? If he wants to disrupt people's peace, he can do it in the confines of his own fucking castle. But he ain't going to disrupt my peace. That ain't how shit works. If you want to be 20 years old and you want to come in my house and shit keeps going the way it's been going, I'm perfectly fine with that. But you come in my house and think you're going to tell me how shit runs and disrupt how things go? Sorry, I'm going to sun your ass, and I don't care if I'm 72 and you're 53.
This man jumping the gun already. Well, I don't know why he's jumping the gun. God damn, who said anything about telling you what to do at the household? The whole point was, if I live with you, if I need my own space, why is the father still in the face of the son constantly?
He wasn't beating your ass.
You got a room, don't you? Don't you have a room?
Beating your ass for nothing, Vanta. He wasn't.
No.
You did something.
No. I didn't do nothing. It's about expectation. It's about expectation. Trip. It's about expectation. Certain fathers expect a certain standard, and certain
all fathers expect a certain standard of their son if they in their life.
There's always a standard. And
so, Vanta, did you want to do the path that they had set forth for you, or you want to go your own path?
My own path.
Exactly. You was being rebellious.
You don't
they had to deal with you.
But Drip,
we can hear it. We can hear it off his Drip, bro. You were rebellious, bro.
This man said I can
you
hear.
You didn't want to do shit your parents had planned for you, so pay for it yourself.
What are we living under communism, sir? This communist bullshit.
I bet you took their money though, didn't you?
I paid rent. I paid for the groceries.
I ain't paying no goddamn rent and groceries.
Fucking
at 16, you was paying rent and groceries.
No, I'm talking about not 16. Not 16. God damn, no one pays rent. I'm talking about.
I don't believe it either. Not if he could pull a belt out of his dad's hand. They weren't making him pay rent.
Right. How old were you when you finally moved out?
Finally moved out
because of him.
He said, "What do you mean finally moved out?"
He's still there.
Hold on, Vanta. Have you moved out yet?
Looking at his dad.
Yes, I have.
That nigga mad as fuck right now.
How old were you when you moved out?
Right now, nigga.
21, sir. I went to Dubai.
Oh, that's a good age, man. You get out and see life. That's a good age.
Yeah, Dubai.
You know, Vanta, you would have been all right until you said something about your dad trying to son you at 16 like he's supposed to. When you said that, man, you opened up the whole can of bullshit.
You're a white man, sir. You're a white man. You have no idea. We have a
man, my daddy
got no idea.
We're Americans, man, so this is how it works over here. We do that. And you're just being rebellious.
Man, my daddy was sonning me till I moved out.
Africa is a sign.
Dude, my dad still tries to son me.
Come on, man. My mama sonned me earlier today. The fuck? Shit.
And my dad's in a wheelchair and I could knock him the fuck out and he still tries to son me.
My father sons me too. He's like, yeah, when you get
right, man, you just rebellious ass.
Yeah, Drip. I have to, Drip. I have to. What do you want me to be? Like a submissive son? Then there you go.
There you go.
I am not submissive. I am not submissive.
Hey, our sons not supposed to honor their parents.
I'm not submissive. No.
Hold on, y'all. One mic. Vanta, hold on, Vanta. Hold on.
Bitch to his face. Come on, that's your pops, nigga.
So just an angry white man.
Do you believe in the Bible?
Hold on. Wait. Hold on, Cam. Hold on. Wait. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
My daddy tells me I'm in a wheelchair.
Hold on, Vanta. Hold on, Vanta. So look, you wilding, right? Because you called angry snowman a white man. Come on.
Angry white man. I said angry white man.
No. Listen to me though. We fuck with angry snowman, so let's just keep the little slurs and the slander, because you know, man, I don't want him to go off on you.
Drip.
All right, bro. All right, I'm just saying. What I'm talking about. I'm just saying.
I just asked my 10-year-old if he thought. I just asked my 10-year-old if he thought I was a demon or if he wanted to beat me up. And you want to know what his answer was? He says, "No, you're not a demon." And he said, "If I tried to beat you up, I just know there'd be a whole lot worse things that would happen after that."
Yeah.
Logical daddy was that nigga off Tales from the Hood.
Damn.
It must
be.
You be having nightmares, though. You got nightmares.
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all wilding. So look, let's ask Angry Snowman the same question then. Like, now, Eater Man said, I'm sure you know Eater Man. Eater Man said every son should fight their daddy, Angry Snowman. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I guess if you like playing with your life like that, then go right ahead.
Thank you. Okay, cool.
But that's how we.
I mean, because look, it's like this. How I grew up, even if I was able to have worked my dad over as a young man, I still had to deal with all my uncles afterwards.
Come on, bro. It's a chain reaction with this shit.
Right.
Why
And
would you want to beat up somebody that you know you can whoop? Like my daddy a little nigga. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I probably outgrew my pops when I was like 17.
My daddy, a
I
little
I
nigga.
couldn't even
sometimes I need to learn a
For real, I
lesson,
couldn't
Cam.
even
That's why.
imagine putting my hands on that little ass nigga. Even he get on my fucking nerves, bro. Like he really do. He get on my fucking nerves, but he just a little nigga, bro. Like why I wanna don't make sense, bro.
Dude, I'm with you. That's how I feel about my dad. He ain't got no legs. He's like a 4-foot tall weeble wobble and shit when he stands up.
Shit talking.
Why
You
you
got
guys
the
saying
dad,
your
yo,
father?
hold on. You got the dad from Hank Hill, bro. Are you
Yeah,
serious? You
yeah,
got the dad from King of the
yeah,
Hill.
yeah. I do. Only instead of shin splints, his legs are both chopped off right at the knees.
Hey, we all know who the Jackson's 5 are, right?
Right, yeah, Jackson 5.
And so I like the Jackson 5 example because they tried to paint Joe as a bad father, right? But think about this, right? When I used to go to Gary when I was in Chicago, and I learned a little bit more outside of what you saw on media about the family, right? Yeah. Joe wasn't that big, but most of his sons were tall and solid, except Michael. And he had daughters that were pretty, right? Joe, they were so afraid of Joe, right? That one, they all ended up millionaires as teenagers.
Yep.
2, he taught them how to be respectful boys and men, right? And none of them ever challenged him as a father. The way the media painted him, they had the utmost respect for him. So yes, you have to instill a form of fear in your children, but also you have to do a lot of teaching and explaining why it's going to be that way.
That's a fact.
Hey, sir, you know who did dirty like that? I swear, it feel like a conspiracy against like black fathers, but Ike Turner, bro. When I'm young, we hear about Ike Turner. You know, the wife beater. They literally named the wife beater after Ike Turner.
Yeah.
But then you find out it was actually Tina who was gorilla pimping bitches in Memphis, Tennessee. Hold up.
Well, somebody drop hood ass real quick.
Life shaming. Oh no.
No, that's a fact.
$500 to drop ban hood. $500.
Tina was the
Ban
ass.
Oh, not this again. I thought you loved me. God damn
it.
Hood, you're gonna be a legend on these streets.
You good, bro.
But no, to what Ferg was saying, I agree with him, man. There is a such that I believe in healthy fear of parents from kids. Yeah. I mean, I believe that's why my son is in 5th grade and a straight A student. Yeah. You know, he has a fear of bringing home anything other than a B.
Come on, bro. Come on.
You know, C's aren't acceptable in my house. If a B and I'm up your ass, like, why ain't you got an A?
Who disagrees with that though? Who disagrees?
You know, but it's the fear of getting in trouble, the fear of what's the word I'm looking for?
Getting your name down.
It's not even that. I think it's more so now the fear of disappointment.
Yeah. That's not in most accept disappointment, and most adults in those children's lives, they sort of breed failure into them. They breed excuses.
They breed it?
Yes. School ain't for everybody.
Well, yeah.
Not everybody. Everybody don't want to do this or do that. Get them to do something.
Hey, just like sports ain't for everybody. My son didn't want to do sports, man. So I told him, I said, look, you're going to choose one sport, whether you want to do it or not, or I'm going to choose it for you.
Yeah, that's why fathers do it.
You know, he chose cross country. Wow. I said, all right, that's fine. You know what? He didn't like cross country, but he's been doing it every year for the last 3 years now, and he's actually getting better. And now he wants to do track and field next year in middle school when he starts middle school. Imagine that, all because I said either you're going to pick one or I'm going to pick one for you.
Shit.
I did the same.
He was like, fuck that shit. I'll choose.
See, that's the way Gen Xers think, man. We ain't gonna let the kids sit around and be idle in their own dumbass mind like the parents be. No, Gen X kids, you got to do something.
Ouch.
I don't know why you think that's only Gen X. Millennials are moving around too. Millennials are moving. We were moving as little kids. Like, if you don't like sports, do something else. You know, arts or other even sport within sport itself. Like, you don't like basketball, whatever. Play soccer, play baseball, play something. Just be active.
You speaking on millennial children. What about millennial parents?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's a problem. That's a problem right there.
Right. we're not pushing that on the kids like that.
And I'll
That's
be
a
honest.
fact.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even have to put my hands on the boy anymore. I know he doesn't really. I know he's not really athletic. You know, the only thing he really likes to do is run. So you know how I got him to start doing shit and listening to me? He has to do 25 push-ups or sit-ups every time he does something he ain't supposed to do. And guess what he stopped doing? Shit he ain't supposed to do because he does not like having to drop and give me 25.
You as a father.
25. That's like a lot.
This is the
That is a lot for a 10-year-old.
Yeah,
That
this
is a lot.
tyrannical father. God damn tyrant.
You running your house like a goddamn military camp?
He about to be
Look, the bottom line is either he's going to be the most mindful, well-behaved, clean kid I've ever known, or he's going to be one of the biggest motherfuckers in his grade.
Bum as hell.
Well, that's what kept those millennials and Gen Xers in line, so I'm not going to argue against it. Just saying.
But by the way, I remember, like, you know, kids can't even cross the road properly anymore. It's like, oh yeah, I need my father. I remember at the age of 6, I was crossing all over town. Just crossing, going to the arcade.
You wanted to be a wild ass teen like you were.
No, but these kids can't even leave the neighborhood anymore. They're too shook.
Bro, what the hell?
Look, I encourage my son to go out on his bike and explore the neighborhood every day. Encourage him. Actually, I force all the kids to go outside every day and tell them not to fucking come back in until I tell them to. Go get some fresh air. Go get some fresh air. Go breathe. Get some sunlight. Go be healthy. Be kids.
That's how my mama told us, man.
And you know what? They have to live off the water hose outside just like I do.
Oh yeah, I remember.
He's
not lying.
Remember them days.
What's wrong with that? Ain't no wrong with that. That's perfect.
Hey, bro, I remember them days, bro. That water hose was the motherfucking life source.
Well, we actually have our own private well that we dug, so there's a big pump out back, and there ain't no better water than fresh water right out of a fresh.
Yeah, back in the day, the narrative was simple: take your ass outside, have a good time, but have your ass back in the house before the street lights come on. Or in my mother's case, be on that front porch of the patio before the street lights come back on.
Your ass better be in the house when that bitch come on.
Yeah, in the house.
Yeah, we have a street light. We have a street light in our driveway, and that's what I tell that we live on 2 acres, man. I tell the kids the same thing: come in when the street light comes on.
Mm-hmm.
My mother is like, if she don't see you on that front porch by the time the street lights come on, we got a problem on our hands. You ain't got to come back in the house, but be on that front porch where she can see you, or in the backyard at least.
Your ass ain't going outside tomorrow, or the niggas they need to keep on.
Even when you're outside and you're thirsty and you have no money to buy a drink, you just find like a water fountain somewhere. You just keep walking until you find something.
Y'all talking
water fountain. Wow.
Ain't nobody find no water fountain.
You live in a nice area. Y'all got water fountains?
Yeah, y'all got water fountains.
Oh, okay.
That's clean. Fuck that. That bitch clean.
But let's be real. Y'all
You know the little ones, the little sprinkle, you like little sip. A little sip here and there.
Get your little sipping ass on out of here. Oh, sip.
I want to give
hold on, y'all.
Corey Love a shout out real quick with the $10 super holla. He said, "Get Snowman his Black Daddy card." Welcome, my brother. And you do. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button to show some support on whatever platform that you're watching. And you do.
See, he's speaking from
Hold on. Hey, drip, say let go DripNation. Money, let get it, don't be surprised if she asks where the cash at. Drip under be cash out. Hit the super chat. I say let go DripNation. Hey, money, drip.
Guys,
Appreciate you.
You know, I don't know about the rest of you, man, but my son, he's been easy to raise. The ones that are the pain in my ass are my 2 daughters. And it wasn't so bad when it was only 1 daughter, but now that I got 2 of them under the same roof, Jesus Christ, dude, it's like watching cats fight all day long.
Hey.
I grew up with 5 sisters. So
and look, dude, I'll sit and I'll raise my voice. I'll be like, shut up. And then the youngest one should be like, huh?
Yeah, but see, that's how it's supposed to be, Snowman. That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to raise your voice, and they supposed to already get at ease. Like nowadays, you got to damn near walk their ass down.
No, it's just the huh she does that gets me every time. Huh?
Yeah.
takes everything I have not to laugh every time I hear it. But I it's to the point out like I'm tired of hearing your huzz. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that shit no more.
See how fathers get easy on but see, they fight them. They just bickering. They're not really fighting, right? But
no,
see,
that's what it is. Their sisters bickering with each
What up,
other
Clever?
all the time.
he lets the baby get away with that. Man, you see how he weak, softened up?
No, I don't let the baby get away with shit because the baby's the one that says, "Huh?"
That's what I'm saying. She
don't get away with nothing, dude. She's starting to learn that baby power she had is starting to wear off on everybody.
Okay, because like you said, you be wanting to laugh like that.
I want to laugh at all of the kids when I punish them at times, dude. Like even the oldest boy, there's times that his responses, man, it takes everything I have not to just break down laughing my ass off. Honestly.
You are treating
because look, you gotta understand, I'm a smart ass, and my son he came by that smart assness rather honestly, man. And there's been times that he said stuff, and look, he has a very he's got a different vernacular than most kids that are his age. He reads a lot, and he's pretty intelligent. He's a straight A student, so he breaks out words and shit that I first off
you don't even know.
That some of them I have to look up.
Yeah, hold on. What the hell
For real. I'm not even lying. And he'll say shit and not realize the implications of how it could come off because all he understands is what the definition of it is.
But that's the whole point.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I want to sit there and laugh. So, there's other times that I want to punch him like he's a dude my size because of his mouth. But for the most part, he's pretty good.
Well, go ahead, Better, so we can move forward and pull up another clip. Go ahead. Okay. Should they pull up that clip with Ilkon or somebody in that?
But by the way, Drip, what was the origin of the conversation? Because I just came in midway.
Can women? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Can women raise a man?
Well, look, to what you were saying, ma'am, earlier when you asked what is there things that men can teach a boy that a woman can't. One of the comments that I put in there, and I meant it, even though it came off as a funny joke, was a woman can't teach a young man what to do with an involuntary boner when he gets it. Because it happens when they're going through puberty, and a woman ain't going to be able to tell a man how to deal with that shit.
Yeah, that's just wild when you're like 14, 13.
I mean, you could be sitting there at your desk doing homework in school, and just out of nowhere, that shit do whatever it wants. It has a mind of its own, and a woman doesn't understand that, but a grown ass man does.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That being a joke, I still think that was some real shit though. But go ahead, D-Rock, my bad.
I always thought we could control our hard-ons. I always thought we could control our erections. I mean, if we're around a beautiful woman, well, if someone we're not attracted to, it's not going to happen.
Nah, dude, when I went through puberty, I didn't have no control over nothing.
When you got testosterone at its height, man, you got lots of lava in your mouth, man. You're a boy, man. That motherfucker, you could be reading the book, man, in class. Look up, like,
I remember
being stuck in my seat plenty of times. Like,
that's like. Look, you don't have a wet dream as an adult. You know what I mean? But as a teenager or adolescent or whatever, a wet dream is like a part of the process. So as an adult, all that shit works itself out.
I had 7 when I dreamed. I used to call them the 7 girls. I had 7 of them, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I had 7 of them. And I can come back and I can catch up to the dream on the next day. Like we was right here.
Honestly, a mother can never really teach a boy how to deal with rejection from a woman. That takes a man to do that.
That's a fact. I agree.
Only a man's going to understand how a man truly feels when he's rejected.
Yeah. And moms almost always give advice that is better for the woman. Like moms rarely give advice like fuck these hoes. You know what I mean? Dad will give you some advice sort of in that direction.
I remember my father, he was cooking one day and I was 13, he was cooking yeah, son, women are whores. Just remember that. And he was just casually cooking. What do you do? Women are gonna break your heart. He's like, give them 10% of your heart. Don't give your full heart. Maybe 10%.
So after that moment, how did you respond to women?
Actually, I was kind of like just the way I am right now. Like I just standoffish, kind of count a little bit.
Look at him.
And then bring them in a little bit. In and out. Yeah, I'm a jester.
Have you ever been in love?
Yeah, yes, I have.
Did she break your heart?
No,
He
actually,
broke hers.
the one I truly loved, I had to because I had a health issue.
Was her
So I
name
had,
Rosie?
Oh shit!
yeah, Rosie Palmer. Yes, it was Rosie Palmer. Yeah,
Wow.
that was her name. Yeah.
Oh
What age were
god.
you when you was in love? How old were you when you was in love?
Like truly, 22, 22, I think.
How many years ago was that? 20?
Yeah, God, I'm not that old. Jesus
So
Christ.
you done went the last 20 years just sort of
No,
staying
no,
off.
no, but wait. Again, I said there's
Right.
health issues. There was health issues involved, and I had to take a long break. And then there was another. But is the old flame you can't let go? That's my only issue. Like the
Cold Flame, you
old.
was
Yo,
in
let
love
me
with.
ask y'all a question, bro. Why do we always do this on panels, bro? It always becomes like a therapy moment. Let me crack this nigga's soul open on a public panel and pour it out for
Yeah, let's
everybody.
open up.
Why do
Let's
we do
open up.
Yeah.
that?
Let's go.
Yeah, we gotta get
Because
to the root of the
people are
problem.
No, but
We can be
what's the
better.
point? What's the point? What are we getting out of it?
Nothing, because banner gonna be better regardless.
I ask questions like that because when I hear men always going to the fight club about women, it's good sometimes to understand where they get their perspective because he's not the only one that feels like that. It's a lot of brothers that have similar experiences, and it's good for them to understand, like, hey, it's not me, but then and this is just for me, the way I come at it. But when I look at YouTube beyond the panel, it's younger people watching,
Yeah.
and people
I
ain't
think
got run. A lot of people ain't got their heart broke yet. A lot of people ain't been slammed through the streets of life. They still trying to figure it out, and then they can
because
use
look,
little nuggets to just be better.
if
And
we're all
move on.
adults, if we're all adults over a certain age, we've probably gotten our feelings hurt at some point. Like this, it's hard
Yeah.
to be 40 years old and living in the world of men and women. If you're not a virgin, you got your feelings hurt. So the questions tend to come off as like a weird gotcha. Let me try to crack the code on his twisted feelings so I can
Right.
invalidate everything he's saying. And really, I don't think these are feelings, brother. These are observations that are borne out by data and confirmations from other men who have made the same observations. These are not feelings.
But Hood, if I may, real quick, like
Yes.
different men go through different lives. Like we all have, like I said earlier, I had my own heartbreaks. But for young men, they can observe and listen. You know what? Yeah, that happened to me in my 20s. Blah blah. I think there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Like just listening and kind of relating to older men and how they went through life. There's no issues with sharing. I mean, there's something called oversharing, which is true. Like people do overshare on the internet. But if you say, yeah, I had some issues in my 20s and I fell in love and my heart was broken and, I learned from XYZ, what's wrong with that, Hood? What's wrong with that? Little,
But I didn't say that's what you had. I just asked the questions on the premise of I work with a lot of people, and once they can mine out whether I guess the mindset started from, they begin to move a little different, a little better overall outside of what the issues may be. It wasn't just directed to you. I just ask questions like that when I hear people's perspective, because everybody has a starting point of where their life took a turn.
yeah.
So
Yeah, and by the way, those questions you asked me, I didn't take it personally. None whatsoever. So, yeah.
yeah, I know a lot of men who may need to hear what you're saying because there's ways that you work through it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but you coming up here and saying that you were mad because your dad sunned you at 16 was saying.
Yeah, I mean, God damn it. Listen, I did not like being.
That was sharing too much there, Vanta.
I don't like living under tyrants, sir. That was too much for me. That man was in my face 24/7. Enough is enough. God damn you, father.
You're a
I still use the
wild
word father,
spirit,
by the way.
Fenton.
I still use father, like even on phone, like it's written father. I don't use dad and all that. Father.
You're a wild spirit, man. That's all.
My son ever calls me father, I'm a bitch slap him.
Your son is not. Never mind. I won't go there. No, for shame, I don't like attacking people's children. I'm sorry.
All y'all need a good Gen X. If y'all had a good Gen X big brother or parent or something, y'all be all right. They'd have got you together real quick. When you
one thing I will say, Drip, if I may, real quick. When I used to have issues with my father, you know who's my second, my role model was my uncle. Like my uncle actually was a positive element growing up. So whenever
Was
I'm
it
like,
your
you know,
dad?
no,
Was it your dad's brother? Was it your
my,
dad's
my,
brother or your mom's
no,
brother?
my father has no brothers. It was my mother's brother, my maternal
Okay.
dad. Yeah, like he was the one who kind of like, you know, whenever I had issues with my father, I'll just go to him like, you know, I'm having issues, and he'll kind of reinforce positive elements and, you know, relax, blah blah. So yeah, I think young men need both their fathers and uncles from each side. If you have it does help.
True.
I'm gonna play this video.
My mother felt like she owned us. And I remember she called me in the room and she said, "You got hair down there?" What?
Hair down there. This shit
said,
is
"Yeah."
wild.
She said, She said, "You have hair down there." I said, "Down where? What are you talking about?" "There." And she points at my private. I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." And she said, "Pull it down. Let me see. Pull your pants down." "What?"
Oh,
"Pull your pants down. Let me see." Man, I'll never forget it. You know, pull them down. I'm looking out the window. I'm just like trying to be somewhere, anywhere other than here. But it was like extreme religious control.
That sounds like grape.
Yeah, that sounds crazy as hell.
That man
I've never
looked
done
out
that.
the window. You're like, I can't believe this happened to me. Oh God, oh God. It sounds horrible.
I've never done that before, ever in my life.
Dude, that's emasculation at its highest form, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. Because I guarantee he was a big 6'4" dude too.
Yep, and she was trying to check him and make sure that he knew she was the one in control.
Yeah, she was measuring. He was sizing up his shit.
When I said they have to break them to raise them, like you just can't contend with male energy unless you buck break them or something. You got to mentally kneecap the boy.
What are you talking about, Hood? Come on, bro.
What do you think he's describing right now? That wasn't a sexual thing that was happening, but she had to psychologically put a block on his mind, so he knows she's the power.
Okay. I just want to make so they can stop playing that bullshit because we're gonna get copyrighted because that's the instrumental they playing is gonna be copyrighted. Pull up the one with
the Kanye music in the back.
Yeah, it's gonna be copyrighted.
If you do say we haven't, you're probably one of the that it is encouraging some of this insanity that's been going around. We have. You cannot say that we haven't. And if you do say we haven't, you're probably one of the mentally ill. But I came across this video where the panel on Fatty, the podcaster's show, gets on and they get into it with each other. I believe the young lady's name is Q, and she is going up against Ali, who have different beliefs, different ideologies, who live different lives. Of course they're going to live different lives because Ali is a male and she is a female. But there's a twist to it that
fair use for the Jews.
You will want to stick around to find out. But before we continue, I need y'all to do 3 things for me. Hit her
best interest of women, even if it's destroyed.
Thing.
Love culture, the therapy culture, the PTSD, I'm triggered, you gaslight me culture. Everything you say to redirect to me is toxic masculinity. So what can a man do other than enable now to have a relationship and be called a sucker? Because most men that leave, they're toxic or they're quitters of a relationship. You think that's true, Ali? Oh, 100% like that.
Wait a minute. He said most men that leave are toxic.
He says that's how. No, I think what he's saying that's how most women see men that lead.
Men that leave. Okay, cool.
Because I don't think most men leave. Men don't really leave relationships the way women do. Women are in and out of relationships.
Yeah, he's saying lead.
Right.
Okay, lead. Okay.
I agree.
Shit like that. I think you full of shit. I think that's bullshit. I'm full of shit, and you a woman, and you man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm full of shit, but you got an identity crisis. I'm full of shit. I'm a man that invests in.
You see, this is what I don't like right here, right? Why we can't just have a conversation? Yes, she said you full of shit. Why do men like to take off so fast like that ain't go personal. Shanika did. Hold on, man. Hold on. Shanika did cuss my motherfucking ass out 15 million times, but y'all ain't never seen me take off like that. Yeah, I will tell her to shut the fuck up, but she know what I really mean by this. Man, everybody heard me talk crazy. Shanika bust out laughing, but still though, niggas on the panel, and that's why I kind of keep the respect like that because I'm not gonna let y'all take off on no woman or no woman take off on no man. But at the end of the day, the fact that she just said that's bullshit. He could explain or like, why is it bullshit? You just immediately go off with, well, you have an identity crisis, so it's a slug for a slug. Now I don't know, dude. I don't really think I know her neither. But anyway, it don't even matter. But I just think that's where the disconnect come right to because now it's a swinging battle. It's not like, well, let me explain why.
I think when a person automatically, when a person says you're full of shit, it's an insult. And so now you get responded to in kind.
Hood, you couldn't just say why you think that?
But she could also have asked that. And so now we're forcing him to have grace. So we're not doing it for anyone else. That's why these things blow up. Because only men are expected to have grace, bro.
Hood, we got a whole, bro. It's about accountability at that point. Like, bro, we men, bro. When we fire up on women like that, it look weak as fuck.
Yeah, Drip, I was gonna say it's ego, bro. All I'm hearing is ego. This is
look,
ego.
bro. I said what I said. I'm just saying this. When we fire up on these women on these panels, bro, that we don't even know from a goddamn can of paint, it looks like you a weak ass nigga. Why you can't just hold your shit? Why we gotta just go smooth the fuck off? And now, oh, we're drip simping. But yeah, what? The simp got the hose. You niggas is stay backed up. You ain't had no pussy since pussy had you. Now you up here mad. Like, we got to stop this shit, bro. We got to start, bro. The other day, bro, somebody put in the chat, she said, I've been loving this show the last 2-3 days. Me and Hood have been simulcasting, having great topics, right? She said, the men are back. I like this conversation.
Hey, I just want to say, I don't know who you talking about not getting no pussy. I'm married and I get laid at least 3-4 times a week, sir.
Ain't no man.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, people always throw that out there.
Hold
like
on,
that's the real truth of it.
Hood. Now, Ain't No Man is kind of new, right? So I'm not directing this statement to nobody on the panel, right? I'm just saying, in general, a lot of these spaces, dudes are flying off on the women like with no breaks. Like, it's cool if she respect you. Now, we know we got a few that's real bad with their mouth. We know that.
Yeah, I was about to say, Drip, you know, there's a lot of women on here that like to fly off at the handle with their mouth, no breaks.
That is true. That's why I say it's some on this motherfucker that'll have you ready to go off the handle as fast as you can. But if you can hold it. If not, then I just gotta feel you, bro. Because what she might have told you would have been fucked up. But you full of shit. I don't think I would have flew off the handle off it.
Well, Trip, here's the other thing we leaving out, bro, and it's all context, right? We just came into this clip hot. They were already mid-conversation when this clip starts, right? We don't know how much of her shit he has or has not taken at that point. And so, like, this is what I mean. We don't never throw a brother away because was mad, bro. We gotta analyze that shit.
No, Hood, you're right. No, Hood, you're absolutely right. I agree with you on that, bro. I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
because they did come in like we don't know what happened before this to say she might have called him a bitch ass nigga, whatever. So Hood, you're right. I agree with you on that. Go ahead, Shanique.
Hood, drop the link on your end.
All right, I got you.
You're a woman that don't invest in a man when you're supposed to procreate and make children, and I'm full of shit.
Ali, are you in a relationship?
No, I'm not currently in a relationship.
So I think you're full of shit.
How am I full of shit? You failed 2 relationships that you was in that you dealt with bad women. Now you in a 3-year relationship. You think that determines a good relationship in the 3rd year? Does that demonstrate a good relationship?
Damn. You said that like that was a 3rd marriage though.
That's your 3rd relationship. Are you married?
Yeah.
Are you married?
Yeah, no, I'm not married right now.
So what are you talking about? You single till you married. That's
but you're not in a relationship.
You single till you married.
If I may, if I may, can I say something real quick? If I may, I won't be long.
Go ahead, Vincent. Go ahead.
So, what is it about when women ask a man if he's in a relationship? If a man says no, why is it deemed like you have no experience about? What if a man just is taking a time out between relationships. Like he had one, he moved on. He's trying to reconfigure himself until he goes to a new one. So maybe this man right here, he's just in between, right? And she tried to sell him saying, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about," because he said, "I'm not in a relationship." Maybe he was, and he has some information, but right now he's just taking a time off. Like, why is that a bad thing when men want to take time off from relationships? And it's deemed, oh, you have no experience about relationships. Like, what's wrong with that? Shanika, is there an issue with men saying, I'm not in a current relationship, but I have been in one, and I know X, Y, Z about what happened within the relationship, and he wants to speak on it? Is that an issue?
No. Right. You're allowed to speak on, your perspective of a relationship that you experienced.
Mm-hmm. And currently, if he's not in one, but still wants to speak on it, at least he knows, at least he went through it. And she was trying to, I don't know what she was trying to go with, like trying to say, you have no clue about relationships and blah, blah.
Well, look, the reason why she asked that is this: is one, if he says that he's not in a relationship, then she's going to go the route that you're describing right there. If he says that he is married and in a relationship, she's going to look at him and she's going to say, well, then why do you care about what these hoes are doing? Why does it even matter? Why are you even on this panel talking about all these bitches and all these hoes if you're already married and happy anyhow? Are you happy in your marriage? Is that why you're up here talking about all this shit?
God damn, you're right, Snow. You're right. It's lose-lose. It's a lose-lose position. Oh my God.
Real quick, Hood, you see the message in the back?
Hold on, give me a second here.
Also, Angry Snowman, have you noticed? Also, Angry.
I know Josh. Josh is good.
Okay. Angry, have you noticed when he?
Oh, that's Josh. Oh, no, yeah, Josh is cool. Yeah.
No disrespect, Josh. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I don't know you as Douglas, bro. Stop calling from your dad's account.
Damn.
I'm starting to feel like he's really stalking me at this point now.
Uh-oh.
You got a fan?
He's like everywhere I go. You real man.
I know what you did last summer. No, I know what you did last summer.
What up, Josh? How you doing today?
I'm good. I got a little bit of pushback here, and the pushback was against the idea of somebody pushing back on Q. First of all, if you know Q, she's a lot more than left-leaning. For those who don't know me, I'm actually from Hamp's crew, at least for a while I was. Anyways, I think it's a really bad idea to start putting limitations on men in society in general. The reason is because when you're setting standards, the last thing that you want is predictability. Yeah, here, I'll give you an example. Let's hypothetically say that you generally want a word banned in society or not spoken. Let's say the N-word, right? You don't want society to know which fucker is going to beat your ass. You just want, okay, the vast majority say, okay, we don't really care about the word. I'm going to crash out over it. All you need is just one guy to actually hold that standard. But what you don't want is you don't want society to know which person that is. That's in effect the power that comes down to it. It's the same concept of saying, you know what, we really are, there's no reason to beat a woman, right? You never set that standard. You just let it go and say, you know what? But ass whoopings don't just fall out of the sky, right? What did you do? It's not the fact that you're opposed to the idea of the standard. It's you do not want people to know what that standard is and who's going to be enforcing it.
Where I come from, ass whoopings grow on trees.
That's right. That's true. But the idea of putting limitations on men is pretty much like trying to control society. And the last thing you want to do is control a whole bunch of men, because once they decide that they want to fight over something, it gets real violent real fast.
Josh, I'm telling you, Josh, the dam is about to break. The dam is breaking.
No, it's not. No, I wish that was true, right? Because
it's coming. No, it's not wish. It's coming. I promise you that one.
No, it's I'm far right wing. Believe me, I wish we'd.
I'm far. I'm twice far than you. So
we're not the majority, and the majority of just say right wingers, they don't care enough.
Have you ever heard of the organized minority? An organized minority can take over the majority easily.
Not a chance. organized majority are the ruling party. We ain't them.
They're looking kind of disorganized, to be fair with you. It's all a hot mess right now. It's looking in the Western
What, the
world.
right
It's a hot
wingers?
mess. No.
they're not.
No, the majority. The majority
agenda.
is the left. The left is the majority right now in the Western world. They're the majority.
What? No,
I
not a
want to
chance.
see. Hold on. I want to see what these two are arguing about, though.
Yeah,
I
okay.
wanna
I'm sorry.
kinda-
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they like completely changed the topic on us here.
We
You know what?
I
Leave
want
it
to see
to the
what these two are about.
white. Leave it to the white man to jump on the panel and just decide he want to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
No, it was the pushback against, and it took me a couple minutes to get up here. It was the pushback on saying, men ought not crash out on Q. Yeah, no. If there's
Who
if it's
crashes
a call
out
for
on
it,
people all the time, man?
yeah, but it shouldn't be a standard where you say men ought not do. That's my claim.
I do agree with that. I think that people should be acceptant of watching people receive the energy that they give out to everyone else.
Oh, okay.
I mean, honestly, why are we getting mad at somebody for basically just reciprocating the same kind of energy back to you that you're giving to them? Why get mad about it? Because he didn't start it. The other person started it, right? As far as we know.
So what she said, you full of shit, that was pretty much opening the gate.
Yep.
In my opinion. I mean, anytime you turn it into a personal attack and right off the rip and turn it and go away from the topic that you're discussing, I mean, why you're already opening the door for it to be fuck shit now.
Yes, no man. She made it.
Look at the screen, right?
Just basically discrediting it with nothing to back it up. You just say he's full of shit, but you didn't make it specific. So basically, everything he said could have been full of shit.
There's a reason why they're in the fighter's box, right? Look at the screen. Typically, when two people are put in that, that big center thing where it's just the two of them, they've already started fighting. We're in the middle of a fight already as the clip started. And this is what I said earlier. Like it's unfair to just throw him out the car because she's fighting him. But now we only see him fighting her, and we can't just do that. They're in the middle of a fight already.
Okay, Shanika, can we keep playing and we can?
Yeah, that's all for the say.
Okay.
Clicking on the wrong button. It's my bad. Real quick before we do that, what up, the Mystery Enigma? Thank you for joining. I'm so sorry. T.R. McCoy. What did it say? Ike Allah. Does that name ring a bell to anybody?
Oh no, McCoy, I think he's been up here before. We was talking before.
Oh, okay. My bad. What up, Mr. McCoy? How you doing today?
Hey, salute to the panel.
Yes,
this is my first time here. Hood, you're talking. That was a witch doctor.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, I know who he is. He could be.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay,
man, but hey, I appreciate y'all having me up.
Absolutely. We're gonna play a little bit more of this clip, and then y'all can jump right back on in.
Right, sister?
Yeah,
That's
but
what women say.
you're not in a relationship.
What does that mean?
You got all the answers, Sway, but you're not in a relationship. You sound like you full of shit. That's what I said.
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you? Why are
Ain't
you not in a
nobody hurt me.
relationship?
I'm speaking on facts. The
All
same
right, so
reason why
you
emotional
damage. With all these women out here and all them answers that you got, you don't think there's nobody out here that you can read? You can see that problem. I think part of the problem is you so worried about redirecting and changing somebody.
Changing somebody? No. I might have wanted you, but you gay.
That's part of the problem.
Women we thought we can't gay shame, we can't fat shame, we can't.
But what's this need?
Let me finish. Man's supposed to be in control. Women ask for men to be in control. You say you want leaders. You don't want a man, so I don't even know why you in this conversation. Just like you don't let a white boy be in a black conversation. If you don't want to be a woman, if you don't want a man, you shouldn't even be on this panel. If you want to be honest, why you ask for a man?
That's
Let me finish. Why that's on you. You here? You invite you over here.
Now, Drip, did he not vindicate himself?
I
mean, what I'm saying, like, look, she don't even belong in the conversation. She's on the other team. You literally are on the man-hating team. Like, what are you doing here?
She's literally going after the same thing he's going after.
Q's not on the other team. She's actually a bull dyke. She is the man's team.
He said lesbian. He said
lesbian.
Yeah, what team do you
I
think
ain't
I'm
heard
talking
that in a
about,
minute.
Josh?
That is the other team.
bull dyke.
Shit,
What do you think?
that's
She's a
team.
Protestant? What do you think we're talking about? Methodist here?
Well, maybe.
Oh my God. Hood, let's not go to religion. That's going to open up a whole different.
But no, he makes a valid point. I mean, if they're having to talk about male and female relationship dynamics, then there's no reason for someone who doesn't date males to be on the panel to begin with. All you're doing is muddying the waters with shit
That's
that don't
true.
matter.
I agree. 100%.
And that's what she wants. She wants
Yeah,
muddy
yeah.
waters.
This good like Mary J. Blige. Yeah, she should not be in the conversation.
Lord.
MJB.
Well, that's not fair either. If y'all know Hamp's community, there are contentious people by design. It's designed to be that way.
Right, but you got her up there, and then if you look off to the side it would be our right hand side of the screen, the second lady up in the New York Yankees hat. That's her girlfriend. So that's two people.
Yeah. Oh.
That's two people on a panel right there that shouldn't even be on the panel.
That's not Hamp's channel. That's Sadie's channel. This is not on Hamp at all.
Yeah, those are actually
shit.
Hamp's people right there.
Shanika, what does she know about real love? Shanika, real love.
All but two of them.
I'm talking about real love.
Nah, these are fatty people.
Somebody.
No. So top left-hand corner, that is the POV on Hamps. Top right-hand corner is the POV on Hamps. The left-hand side, right above Hamp, that's actually Hamp's sister. You got Fatty.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot.
Miss Love. Yeah, these are all Hamp's people except
I
for
forgot.
two.
I forgot
Three.
this guy's a federal agent.
It is on Fatty's channel. You see
You
Fatty
have
at the
a really
bottom.
good eye, Josh. God damn it.
Yeah, that boy got that notebook
That's the
out.
Fed training kicking in, is what that is.
If I dropped a handful of change, could you tell me how much was on the floor before I picked it up?
I ain't that good, sir. I ain't that good.
All right, we're gonna play some more.
Just like you don't let a white boy be in a black conversation. If you don't want to be a woman, if you don't want a man, you shouldn't even be on this panel. If you want to be honest, why you asking
Why
a
am I
man?
here?
Oh, let me finish. Why that's on you. You here? You invite you over here. You not talk about men and women being together. You talk about women and women being together. So what? I serve a better service. I make a child and I would be with a woman and I marry a woman. You marry a woman too. You're not doing anything to invest in the family. That's not the core family. It's supposed to be man, woman, and child.
I beg you. I beg you.
Get him back. You better go down there and get him back.
Thing is, Ali, you niggas don't understand anything about the hierarchy. That's why a lot of these households is really lesbian households, because y'all want to be equal. Y'all want to be fair and balanced out with women. So you so concerned with being in control. That's why you probably can't keep one, which is why you don't have one.
Lesbian household. I heard lesbian household. What does she mean by that? Lesbian.
Hey, that's that bonobo sisterhood.
Bonobo sister.
Well, that's what it is. Bonobo. That's what they are.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I agree. I'm laughing because I agree.
I have no comment. I have no comment.
Shout out to Taz's exclusive. That ain't mine. That's his. He's the one. He's the one who put that that woman's book out there. And she's a small hat, by the way. Yeah. Priscilla went ahead and did her thing, has her recruits, and
I always wondered why is it?
Oh, you're talking about Princella, the queer maker?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm talking about her, but the concept, it's bigger than that, you know.
Hold on. So what we not gonna do is bring up no other content creators if they're not here. That's just my rules. If you don't like it, I just don't know what to tell you.
Sure.
But yeah, we ain't gonna do all that, G.
My bad, Drip. My bad.
Nah, it's all good. I just who was that? Josh?
Yes.
Who's that?
I'm Josh.
Oh, okay, yeah. Shout out to y'all, bro, for sliding through. But yeah, but I don't like messy shit like that, bro. I can't let them ride like that. But appreciate y'all sliding by. Shout out to Hood, and let's get back to the conversation. Appreciate it. You got it.
Drip, I think you had to step away for a second, but Josh actually has some contention for the statements that you were making about Ilkan going off on Q. Like he felt like we shouldn't have any limit. Well, I don't want to speak on your opinion. If you want to kind of bring it back, you can.
Well, I wouldn't. Okay, so look, this is my thing, right? I was saying, why can't we? I'm not saying because me and Angry Snowman also agreed that there are some foul mouth bitches in this space that will walk a nigga ass down. That's a fact. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, remember, because Hood was like, well, Drip, we don't know what the fuck happened before they got, before the clip started. So I also said, well, why did he go off on it so fast? And then Hood was like, well, nah, we don't know what happened before this. And I agreed with him. So I think I'm like balanced with it, right? Or
Josh, did you want to reiterate your point earlier that you were making?
No, my only I guess my pushback is a generalized claim of no limitation should be placed within male society. The reason for it is that's kind of like the thing that causes the reaction. All punitive measures come based on the concept of a person doesn't know what's coming. So if you place down a generalized rule, like let's just say, men ought not crash out. No, there should actually be a small minority of numbers of males that should just crash out over whatever and take a whole bunch of people with them. That's the thing that keeps society in check is you don't know where the consequences are going to come from. You just need to know that the consequences exist.
Kind of like that whole an armed society is a polite society idea.
Correct.
No, what he's saying, yeah. I don't have no pushback with that. I mean, my thing is this: like, I just don't see it that serious. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ever thought about it like that.
Yeah, if the argument is like men ought be, we ought have decorum or something on panels.
Right,
sure.
right. I got you.
Right, because the only thing I would say to that, Drip, is how much should a man take and be show grace and give the proper decorum before he finally says, all right, enough's enough.
I definitely agree, actually, man. Because at the end of the day, just because y'all are women, that don't mean y'all can get away with that bullshit.
Right,
it's got to be respect on both sides. I mean,
right.
I don't know.
And dude, these women will keep poking and prodding and poking and prodding and poking and prodding until you break.
Well, the thing is, though, you said that the man should rise above her retort of him come up, but then immediately after that, you talk about guys lacking access to women, which is around the same realm of what she did, because she didn't address what he said. She just made an accusation about him, and you do the same thing when you don't address what somebody said and say, "Oh, you only saying it because you can't get pussy." It's in the same realm.
You talking to me?
Yes, respectfully.
No. I was totally lost. Hold on, say it again, because I was I'm like, is he talking to me or is he talking to Josh? My bad. Say it again. My bad. I'm tripping.
Yeah, my bad. So you talk about how he should have rose above her response and maintain frame as a man, basically, right?
Right. Okay.
Right, but then right after that, you talk about how he sounds like one of these guys that can't get pussy. That's along the same lines as what she said. You didn't address the argument that he put forth. You went straight to the person itself.
No, because I don't know neither one of these guys. I don't think I ever said nothing about him getting pussy though. I don't think I ever said that. Maybe like somebody else said that, but I don't think I ever said that. I said, why would he go straight off on her so fast? What up, Sugar Bomb? Like, why would he go off so fast?
I think he said that.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
But I do remember you saying something about niggas being backed up, because Corey had laughed at it.
Nah, that was like,
and then I laughed at that, and so I think maybe that's where the miscommunication is.
That was like 40 minutes ago, though, right?
Within this context, Drip ain't talk about nothing about no.
Yeah, I've been gone. Like I just got back on the panel like 10 minutes ago. No bullshit. I was in that motherfucker doing something. So I maybe like somebody else sound like me. I don't know, but I never said anything about getting pussy since the time you've been up here. No.
You need to sit your ass down somewhere.
Man, you need to shut the fuck up. Hey, we all God sharing.
The handicapped and disabled be doing the most.
But that's some bullshit.
Sit your ass down somewhere.
Bro, I ain't gonna be handicapped too much longer, bro. Therapy going pretty goddamn me well, nigga. Hating that nigga. But anyway, I can't, you know what, never mind. What up, Sugar Bomb? You borrow some sugar?
What up, sugar? I'm gonna hit play.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
But what y'all thought about her comment about most households are lesbian households?
I mean, that just sounds like
I
something
think that's a ridiculous claim.
That's statistically not possible, but really what she's trying to lay claim is that lesbian households are superior to heterosexual ones.
No, I think that's her way of trying to gloss over that there's a vast majority of households that are single mother households, and she's trying to say they're lesbian.
Oh, I thought she was trying to say that men are had like women, so pretty much it's a lesbian household anyway.
To be fair, Q has made on multiple occasions. She has made the claim that most men are actually gay.
Wow.
Quite literally has been her claim, I think, 3 times on Ham's panel.
Wait a minute.
No comment.
So look, I'm gonna say this, right? Because I'm glad that we got a diverse panel because I want everybody to kind of think deep when I say this, right? So we were talking about 3-4 months ago on the panel, right? So Dirty Diana down there, aka Shanika, she comes up with a fucking statement that says, well, if I see 5 guys on the corner, at least 1 or 2 of them are going. And when I say going, I'm talking about down, baby, yo, street in the Range Rover, GAY Street. What y'all think about that?
That's a wild claim.
Woo!
I said 1. I said if I see a group of 5 men together,
you said one or 2. So come on,
I know. I'm looking to see which one of them, because I feel like absolutely at least one of them is going.
I don't know too many guys that actively, openly, and willingly just hang out and pal around with gay guys.
Come
because
on,
you guys don't have those types of conversations with one another to where you.
We know when a motherfucker gay.
I don't
you know what?
think y'all do.
Nah, I think what she's alluding to is this thing that's it's kind of unique to black culture, like the homo thug. I don't think white homo thugs are a thing.
The hell is a homo?
Homo thug? Really? A homo thug?
Yeah. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. Jail culture is a horrible place, bro.
Is that where that prison gay comes from?
Yeah, but look though, bro, it's a whole, bro. Everybody, all cultures GAY in jail. Yeah, you got the skinheads, you got the Negroes, you got the Muslims, you got the Mexicans, you got.
I don't care who gay in jail.
That's not what we're referring to. Like the down low community, it's a black thing. I'm not saying white people don't hide being gay, but a black woman coined the term.
Okay, so I will give you that. I will give you the claim that most men, so most gay people should actually hide in society. It's generally not a welcome thing. I don't give a damn whether you're white, black, green, yellow, whatever, right? It's not particularly a accepted.
We used to play Smear the Queer as kids for a reason.
Yeah, it was a thing, right? The only difference, right, is that they tend to gang up, right? So you got these gay pride parades and stuff. You can't beat up everybody. Like there's 200 of them, walking down the street. You can't grab all of them, right? You just can't do it. So they basically pull this crap together in numbers. Now, the idea, I got to ask, what's your name, ma'am, at the top?
Shanika.
Shanika. Nice to meet you.
That's Dirty Diana.
I'm Josh, by the way.
Dirty Diana.
My question is if you were to just like walk down the street and you're looking at groups of men, right? Like just say every corner you got like 5-10 people, right? Bunch of guys. Why are you so curious as to which one's gay in the group? Like
Just
what starts that
curiosity.
mindset? That's what I'm asking, basically.
It's just a curiosity for me because
she doesn't want to get AIDS.
Is it because women have penis envy?
Ooh, okay. Let me give a shout out to Imperious real quick. Thank you for joining the panel. How you doing today?
Daddy's here.
Oh,
How is everyone this evening?
fuck.
How you doing?
Cut that shit out.
Okay, so look. So wait. It appears. Nice to meet you. I'm Drip.
Good evening.
I just want everybody to keep it respectful. That's all I ask. And
Oh
you
yeah,
got
I'll
it.
be
You got
fine
it. Okay,
unless
cool,
someone
cool.
says something to me first. I'll be fine.
I got you. Go ahead.
I don't know about the Peters and everything. I just know that, and it may be anecdotal, it may be a bias, right? Anecdotal bias, possibly. But from my personal experience, I've just encountered a lot of situations, especially from conversations with, a plethora of men where they are open to doing things that most men consider homosexual. And these are men that look like, these are men that don't look like it. They're not flaming or, whatever.
Yeah, can you clarify when you say conversations? You mean you're having conversations with guys that are talking about, or you're just conversing with other girls and they're talking about it?
No, I'm conversing with men, and I'm also engaging or watching other conversations that occur online. But I've had my own personal conversations where I will absolutely test a dude that I'm not really interested in just to see what they'll say, and they say some pretty off the wall things that make me wonder if their friends know that about them. And that's why I will openly say to any man, like, if you really want to know what's up with your friend, befriend one of his ex-girlfriends or the most recent one, and I promise you'll learn things about that man that you never knew.
It's against guy code.
Okay.
Very, very. I definitely agree with that. That's against guy code.
I have met men that get pegged.
Yeah, but guy code,
and they have a whole bunch of male friends that they hang around that do not know.
So the problem is guy code applies to us, doesn't apply to her. That's the difference.
I don't think a heterosexual man is that interested in knowing that kind of intimate detail about his homeboy.
Right. And so that's why you don't know. That's why you don't know that someone has infiltrated the crew. I mean, and you're passing blunts and sharing bottles and all this other stuff.
I don't pass blunts with other people, man. You don't know what they got on their lip.
Go ahead, Piers.
Well, I mean, I was in a fraternity, pretty big one, and we had like 2 gay guys that we voted in, and you wouldn't know they were gay. I mean, and they were pretty respectful. They like never brought guys over. And what I'm saying is like, but if you're looking, you're finding like those really flaming people and stuff like that. That's like other mental illness along with it. That's not just being like, you be like, I mean, maybe I'm old. I don't know how old everyone is here, but I'm like, late 30s. When I was young, like you didn't know what a gay person was because you couldn't really like spot them anywhere. Now it's like there's this whole like exacerbation of a much more perverted nature than just being gay. Back in the day, I mean, like a lot of like gay people don't dress like that. You see, you wouldn't just point them out out of nowhere. They don't talk like this. That's like some weird like enunciation of another like mental illness, namely liberalism. But
to hell with you, Imperious. Why you got to imitate my voice now, asshole? What's up, Imperious?
Nah, you know what's crazy though? They all have the same accent.
Damn.
They have their own language.
Even
the
foreigners, bro. Even when they come from the Philippines or Asia or anywhere.
Well, it's because when your vocal box is getting hit so many times in the same way.
Damn.
Not the vocal box. Sheesh.
For
Back
$2.
up some, man. Yeah.
That's the only box a man gonna have is a vocal box.
But make sure I hit
all of them.
Hit the like button, hit the super chat, hit the cash app. Bonnie stay on. But
for $2, I'll drop everybody on the panel with a penis. We dropping them.
What the fuck is that about? Damn.
That's money. You can't get in the way.
All that is just her wanting you guys to chase her more. Everything a woman says is a shit test.
That was a dirty. That was
oh my god.
I actually kind of agree with it, Pierce, on that.
No, dude, I'll even take it to the extreme level, and I'm not gonna say I do this, but if women in general will stay with a guy that hits them, in general, I'm not talking every single time, but if you took like a 70 to 80%, they do. Because that is like the ultimate reassurance to a woman that he don't give a F and he'll do what has to be done in the real world.
Like they
Like,
said
You know
in
what's
the
crazy,
Boondocks.
bro?
Like they said in the Boondocks, a woman rather be beat to death than bored to death.
Bro, listen, the
Oh,
relationships that I've seen last the longest, somebody was hitting somebody. Not every day, but it did happen.
What up, Burgess?
My grandpa always told me to make sure that when you hit a woman, you do it in a place where the bruise is invisible.
yeah, you use the mob trick, the whole
On top of her head. You gotta
the whole
hit her on top of her head.
the phone book. You roll it.
Hit her with a phone book. I knew you were about to say that.
You roll the
Hey,
phone
a
book up and hit
is
her in the gut, dude.
crazy. Not
Sack
a
of oranges.
phone book. Oh shit, no, that's
I do
wild.
not support or
Giving
endorse
out tips
these
over here.
comments.
That's an old Italian
Hey,
mob
listen,
thing they used to do to their wives, dude.
Please.
Good. Ain't no
people,
fucking way.
y'all always say y'all want solutions, man. Y'all don't never want solutions. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not promoting this. I was just explaining a historical fact. Thank you.
Yeah,
No,
I wasn't
That's
promoting
funny
it
the
either. I
motherfucker.
was just stating the information that someone from the silent generation gave me.
Oh,
Yeah, silent generation.
silent generation. Yeah, that's an interesting bunch. But yeah, I definitely agree with y'all saying because there's a saying that niggas that love to beat on bitches always have bitches to beat.
Damn.
And that's a fact.
And it's because
It's
deep
true,
down,
bro.
like people
They
forget
always have a girlfriend.
people forget we're primal. Like, and that's the whole thing. Like, women primally want to know, and they're continuously shit testing their man every second to make sure he's a guy that can take care of them, because women know they can't take care of themselves.
Right. I mean, just look at how women respond to men in general. A nice guy, does a woman respond, in any kind of way like she's interested in him? Generally, no. You get a guy come up and start treating her like he don't give a shit about her. Now all of a sudden she's giving him the time of day, right?
What about
It's the same theory.
What about a bristophilia? They don't know what that is?
No, I've never heard that weird word.
What is that?
Yeah.
No,
I use it.
That's basically that's what we're talking about right now.
It's
Sexual attraction and
the
violence.
sexual fetish to want to be with serial killers.
Or
Oh shit! I thought that was every woman on the planet.
Oh,
I thought too.
I mean, look at what. Does anyone remember Scott Peterson by any chance?
Yep. Lacey
He got
Peterson.
when he murdered his pregnant wife in that bay. The moment he did this, he got more ass than he ever did before that.
Wow.
That's the sick part of it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I like to apply that term to break it down, because the root word of hybristophilia is hubris. So it's also, so I like to include that it's anybody who's attracted to just bad decisions.
Okay.
So you have like Future. Future has multiple baby mamas, but it doesn't stop more women to sign up for that life.
That's a fact.
Even though it's on display that he makes bad decisions with women, at least.
I heard out of all people, Jordan Peterson. I heard him talk about it, and he said it's called the dark triad. I think it's psychopathy, sociopathy, Machiavellian.
Machiavellianism, yeah. Well, it's the coalescence of like everyone's shadow, of all the things that you suppress that you can't do that you wish you could do. That's everyone's shadow. It's behind the superego in your psychological makeup.
That's crazy. Damn, that's deep.
Well, no, it's like your primal lizard brain. It's like you live in a society, and like, dude, when, like, let's say someone looks at you wrong when they walk by, your animal brain, you want to, like, you imagine, every guy here, I'll tell you this, some dude looks at you wrong, you're imagining in your head going over there and stomping his head into the curb about 15 times.
Right.
But that is your shadow. And to become a knowledgeable, fulfilled person, you have to incorporate your shadow into your everyday life and into your everyday consciousness. You have to be aware of what you are capable of. You have to be aware and knowledgeable that every moment you're able to, you have the desire to rape, pillage, murder, do all that kind of stuff. That is and the Bible says it itself. Like it says it there too. I mean, if you want to go religious, every faith in the world tells us that we have innate evil in us. We're fallen, and to be a wise person and to control that, you have to know it, accept it, incorporate it into yourself to control it. You can't just push it down.
Yeah, Hey, Imperious, if I could add, so I think that the men that show that outwardly, but they have no master in controlling that. That's what the women see, and
Well,
they're
and
like just
that's
attracted to it. They just
because
got to
that's
run to it.
essentially what women find attractive is a man that can hold a baby, put it down, and then chop a man's head off with a knife, saw a man's head off. That's essentially what a woman wants: is a guy that can hold the child, love it, carry it around, nurture it, do it, and then turn around, grab his pickaxe, and go to town on a guy's eye if you have to.
Yeah, she just wants to control who gets beheaded.
Play clips, nigga.
That's why when you lose in a fight in front of your girl, you're going to lose her. Doesn't matter who you are.
Damn.
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
Replay.
Go down there and get him back.
Thing is, Ali, you niggas don't understand anything about the hierarchy. That's why a lot of these households is really lesbian households, because y'all want to be equal. Y'all want to be fair and balanced out with women. So you so concerned with being in control. That's why you probably can't keep one, which is why you don't have one.
I'm trying to be balanced with you.
Not with me. Why are you so concerned with me?
You said that. You said we trying to be balanced.
Relationship with the women on the channel. Don't be concerned with me, nigga. I'm gay. Remember.
You said that. You still look. As hard as you try to be a man, you still have a woman's logic.
You think I want to be a man.
When you speak, make sure you say it specifically what you mean, because everything you saying is you contradicting yourself. It doesn't.
Everybody's contradicting themselves, and all the words that you niggas learned this year was fucking deflecting, and y'all can't get off of that.
How? You tell us. You said why I got a relationship. You said most of the women lesbians. You said most of the women in the household is lesbians. That's what you said.
Men. If you're not at the top of the hierarchy as a man in a relationship, that's a lesbian household. That's like two women being together.
So you using a lesbian as an insult?
Okay, drip. So he's vindicated now, right? You're good now, right?
What I Cam?
What's good with him even arguing and engaging with her is just encouraging the masculine attitude. That's not how you engage with a woman that's doing that.
Is that Imperious?
It's kind of an L on his part.
All you do is
is,
say,
yeah.
I wouldn't say a word. I'd sit back and laugh and just smile because remember, like innately a woman acting like that is a woman acting like a child. And do you sit there and do you argue with your 5-year-old in the middle of the aisle screaming? No. You're just going to look at it and just...
She's not presenting as a woman, though.
Yeah, she's presenting as a bonobo. Don't feed the bonobos.
Like that if that's a woman.
I mean,
Don't
you're
feed the bonobos, seriously.
Like
don't feed them. Don't feed the bonobos. They don't appreciate it.
Yeah, you got to lower down the chimp energy. You know what I mean? You can't be people having people spurg out in the middle of freaking like aisles. Like dude, I've always said this, and my dad taught me this. Your wife is your first child. Any woman like that, you have to expect this.
Bars.
The biggest problem with men is men put too much onto women that they're not. Men expect way too much and don't accept women for what they are. They try to mold women into what they want them to be, or they imagine them what they want them to be, instead of accepting women as they are.
What's I got to say about that?
Well, I think you can accept them as they are and still teach them how to do things that will make you happy as well as their husband.
But all that paradigm only exists under this exchange. A woman and a man do not love in the same way. Women
I don't disagree with you on that.
Women do not love men.
If you look at your woman as a damn child, you need to leave that motherfucker.
No, you can't. That's what I'm saying. If you treat her anything more than a grown child, you are expecting more out of a woman than what they are.
Hey, shout out to Dirty folks, man.
That's the problem with having a modern society.
You got to tell them good job and shit, and I'm proud of you.
And that's the thing, like men, hold on, like men love, like the way we love is just self-sacrifice. We die for our women without thinking. That's the love that you think of. Women don't love you like you love a woman for just being them. Women love you for what you can provide for them. If you cannot provide what they require, they do not love you and they can turn that off. That's why women, when they're done with you, they go cold. They don't get angry. They just cold. They don't feel for you. You don't exist. You're not useful anymore. Every paradigm of a man's relationship is a relationship of some kind of exchange. Even Pac said this. Fair exchange. It's your ass for all the work I do to acquire resources. That's essentially the relationship. And when you can no longer provide that resources, whether it's emotional, physical, monetary, social, that ass is gone.
You got the wrong, and she need to be gone because they ain't the one for you. See, that's the thing.
There is no one for you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, it is.
That illusion of love that you're thinking of, that selfless love, is a male love. That is not a female love.
Hold on. One mic. Go ahead, D-Rock.
Can I get my point out? Like, I ain't
Yeah,
thinking
go
of
ahead.
nothing. But at the end of
No,
the day,
I apologize. Sorry, I didn't hear you. My apologies.
No, you good. Go ahead, D-Rock.
Any female that chooses to leave you for whatever reason she chose to leave you, she left you. She don't supposed to be around you. In essence, she did you a favor. So if you can't, as a man, pick somebody that's gonna stay around you, it says a lot about you. It says nothing about the woman that you picked, because you picked them.
No.
Yeah, but hold on, D-Rock, because you know just as
picked
well as I do that you can sit and do everything you want. You can vet the best you can. You can't sit. You aren't a fortune teller. You can't mind. You don't know if some woman's going to turn on you as you guys get older.
It's not even turn on.
It's not even. Hold on.
Put an order for us so we know when to go, buddy. Put an order.
Yeah. Wait. I got you, bro. Just y'all got to stop cut the bed off so everybody can get out their shit. So I'm gonna let D-Rock land his plane, and then Imperius or the Josh. Y'all got it. Go ahead.
I'm saying, like, what does flip the script mean? Like, I've been there, done that. If she flips the script or does whatever she does do to leave you, celebrate, cause she wasn't supposed to be there nowhere. She decided to leave. Like, when we gonna understand that?
I do agree with that.
Okay, go ahead, Pierce.
Is that me? Am I going or?
Yeah. Go
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. My earpods going in and out a little bit. I don't know. I apologize.
No, you good. Go ahead.
It all goes down to that again. Women and men do not love like that, dude. Like leaving, I always assume, dude. My only thing I tell women is this: I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. There's the door. You can leave anytime. I'm never gonna keep you. Okay? Women don't leave when you do that. They have to make it your fault if they leave. Women are solipsistic. It's all about them. They're the good guy in their hero story in their own mind, that they're the director, the writer, the producer, the executive, whatever. Okay? So they will not leave if you don't care if they leave. Okay? So that's the whole issue.
Yeah,
you're looking at a completely different relationship type. Hold on. Your paradigm of your relationship does not work. My paradigm is this. A woman that sticks around and orbits you and shows that she's gone through enough of your bullshit and still there, then you can think about being with her. Why are you chasing her? Those relationships never, ever work if you chase the woman. The only relationship that works is the woman sticks around and has just been there for a long time. And you're like, oh, he's been through a lot of shit. That works.
Go ahead, D-Rock. Go ahead.
I'm saying, like, nah, I ain't never said nothing.
Let me get in there after D-Rock.
I got you.
But my thing is the fact that we can't guarantee or seek out a fortune teller or predict what somebody's going to do. I don't stake no claim in that. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a relationship for 16 years. Like, I clearly figured something out. But my thing is, like, if she want to leave today, go. Because as a man, what the fuck now? You want to leave, it is what it is. Like, we keep acting like this shit ain't no bounce back, or it ain't no bounce back. Because you don't want a person that's going to want to leave you or willing to leave you for whatever the reason is anyway. You're supposed to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And find somebody that's willing to be like, shit, that's what he does.
Some of them boys be lost though, D-Rock.
Can I say one thing really quick?
I know.
Go ahead, Pierce.
I just want to respond before Hood jumps in there. Real quick.
Hood.
I never assume you have a woman.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I got you.
You get what I'm saying? Like you're going, oh, you have this woman. I never assume a woman is yours, even when I'm with. It's just like a job. If you're smart when you have a job, you're still putting resumes out there. Okay, like you never ever just because women are never talking to just one person. Women have access to every man they see. They have backups of their men. Did you know women that are married have more men that they talk to on a regular basis in a sexual way than single women do? You guys, this is the reality.
That's all women.
These are the generalities. I'm not saying all. I'm talking
Right.
general
That's what
numbers.
exactly.
And yes, I'm not looking at every single one. A broken clock can be right
generally
twice a
speaking.
day. No, but a broken clock can be right twice a day, dude. I'm looking at in general because I got to look at like we're talking to a broad audience full of broads here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
And you're throwing a blanket over most of it.
No, I'm
That's
drawing
what
a
saying,
generality.
Like,
I'm drawing a statistical generality, just like I would say that flying in airplanes is the safest way to travel. Generally, it is.
Statistical though. I don't know if that's a true statistic, bro.
What, Cam, let me let Hood get in there, then Cam, you got it.
No, that's all I wanted to say. I just didn't know if it was a true statistic.
I want a piece of this. So
Hold on, Josh. Hold on. Let me let Hood go, then Josh, you got it. Go ahead, Hood.
One of the generalities is like everybody kind of has to speak in generalities, even when we're talking about the whole finding a woman for you that won't leave. You're talking about women in general. And so that's the only way to have these conversations. But I think when we start talking about things like this is what I think is for being too romantic. A lot of times, especially among men, we have a tendency to teach other men the romantic vision of the male-female dynamic, as opposed to what Imperius was talking about, which is just the hardcore basic realities between men and women. And the romantic dynamic has its place, but I think you have to build on top of that basic reality between men and women. There's an exchange. It's an uneven exchange most of the time, but that's just the way it is.
Go ahead, Josh.
I wanted to
let me go after Josh.
I wanted to go back to that point that somebody had made the claim that you ought celebrate if she leaves. No, you ought self-reflect. Because as Imperius said, basically the idea is that women are out for themselves, right? She wants you for what you can provide. You have to ask yourself, what the hell did you not provide that she left? Now, I'm not saying the concept of be personal and whine and cry about it. I'm saying you need to know what the hell you did not provide. Because as a man, we don't have no damn choice. We have to be productive. You made $1 today, you'd best make $2 tomorrow. There is no vacation time. There is no easy day. There's no nothing. This just your job. Don't like it? Become Q. Turn gay.
Damn.
That motherfucker said turn
but
gay.
no fault.
Go ahead,
No
D-Rock.
fault divorces.
Let me get
no fault divorces.
What up, D-Rock?
Like women can leave for anything and any reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even in something as committed as a marriage. That's all I'm saying. So
It doesn't matter. She left.
like,
Oh,
I'm not,
D-Rock.
my thing,
D-Rock.
because my thing is,
hold
hold on. No. Let me finish. Because you said I try to romanticize it. See, the problem with when we're throwing out this blanket of generalities, it's like you let me understand the fact that you're not looking for the one, because you're looking for the one that don't fit the crowd. She's not part of the crowd. That's going to be the one for you, because to be speaking about, I don't need the majority of women to want me if I'm only picking one. I don't need a majority of women to move the way I need for them to move if I'm only picking one. No, I just need that one to move the way I need her to move, and I'll find her. Is all I'm saying. But you got it, Hood. Go ahead.
I don't know. Like when you say the one, and I know you may be speaking something I'm not really speaking to. Typically, when people say something like the one, it's like that one love of your life or something like that. I don't know if that's just the way things work. I don't believe in the one. I think men and women come together, and it's like when you sign a contract, bro. We agree to stick to the terms of this contract or not. There is no one.
Can I jump in here real quick? Or
Well,
sorry.
well,
Go ahead, bro.
Well, I was going to be next. I hear
Yeah,
a
go
lot
ahead, dude. Go ahead, dude.
about the ends of it and everything, but I prefer warfare, man. I like to lean on the cult of Black Phillip on this philosophy because Patrice O'Neill went into this about understanding women of what they are, who
Yes.
they are,
Yes.
and all that. And another thing he didn't say directly, but he talked about how he keeps his girl was because she one of the factors that kept her in is that it wouldn't destroy him if she left. Like a lot of women want to leave because of the romance and the drama of you just you are in pain from her absence. You know,
Right.
They want to
and the
know
way
without them, you're nothing. They've broken you and stuff.
Exactly.
right.
Hey,
Like I said,
hey,
you
can
want to
I
leave
speak?
from celebrating.
Can I
Well, can I
speak?
say
Oh,
one
so
thing really?
yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah.
may I
So
real quick? Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
go,
yeah,
not.
go,
so
go ahead.
May I
I'll
go?
land the plane real quick. I can land the plane real quick. So I think one of the things we got to do is take some preventative measures as well. I believe in telling your woman that let her know that you will be happier without her. Like genuinely be happier. Like I'm sacrificing my happiness to have you in my life. And so if
Damn.
you decide to up and leave, then you know, that'll put a smile on my face.
Jeez.
I mean, statistically, it's true because
Thank you.
you have married men
May I? May I?
in unhappy marrages, but
I
yet
got
they're
three
not the
kids. Hold
ones.
on.
They're not the ones initiating divorces, even though they report a lot of a good chunk of married men are unhappy in their marriage. So it is there is a fact that there is a sacrifice and happiness on the man to be in a long term relationship with a woman.
All right, go
Thank
ahead,
you, bro.
Pierce, and then Cam, you got it. Go ahead,
Thank you, bro.
Pierce.
Actually, that was really good landing. Thank you. To kind of transition to what I want to say, I was taking a couple notes here. First one, this, it's very parallel. Men and women often suffer from the same things in different ways, and we're both beasts of burden. I mean, I go back to the Bible because that's I'm a religious guy, but remember, God said as punishment for sin, women had the pain of childbirth, and men had the burden to be workhorses for their whole life. It is what it is. We're never going to get away with that. Men, if you notice, men that stop working die sooner.
Yep.
Yeah, but we work whether we have a woman or not, though, right?
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Don't
Our
forget
mere
that.
existence, men have to work. It's in our body. It's in our mind. It's something intrinsic in a male. And just like there's something intrinsic with a female that has to have a child, they have that clock in their head that is constantly you know what I mean? It's like that with men with working, doing something. Okay, that parallels with what he said, which was fun. The gentleman before me said about that one. With men, we have that one-itis thing. That there is that one. It's very, very similar to the whole women saying he's got to make $1 million a year, isn't it? It's different things. And then
No, it's not. Y'all confusing it. When I say I'm looking for the one, I know who I want. I know the person that I want, and I know what I'm looking for. That
but that's
one.
what they
Did
say.
you
She gonna
did you ever find
carry
it?
herself.
Did you ever find it
Yes, I
once
did.
before?
Yeah, I have
You
it. I
did?
have it now. I have it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm glad.
That's what I'm saying.
And hey, you may be the one in the million. I am thankful for you. You
No,
are
I'm not
great.
one in a
hey,
million.
no,
That's what I'm saying. No, I know how
hey,
to
hey,
get
you're
to this
really not.
bridge. Y'all
Can I
I
just
know what
finish
you
real
mean.
quick?
Hold on,
Go
one
ahead.
mic, one mic. After D-Rock is Cam, and then
Let me just
Big
one
Mike.
thing. I just want to go without this. And I think one thing we need to go. I want to go back to Hood Servative said something about romanticism. Remember, guys, women aren't romantic. Men are the ones that are this romantic gestures, these grandiose things that we do. We build the most beautiful buildings, the greatest work of arts, music. We build entire civilizations to protect women from the element, to make them comfortable to marry and have kids and do all that stuff. That's women just go like Patrice O'Neill said. How did he say his girl got him? He had to do all this stuff to get her attention. He just walked in front of the TV with no panties on and bent over. So I think goes back to this romanticism that has been instilled in men's minds since the 50s, 60s of Disney, that women love the same way that men love. They don't. This whole love, like, oh, I just love you for what you are, and I just want to grab you and kiss you and touch you. You're just so amazing. That's not the love that women feel for you. That they don't love like that. And men need to, just like women
I
are
can't
in
lie.
their
My wife
mind.
kind of feels that way for me
Okay,
right now.
great. You're unique. Okay,
And
No,
that's what
it's
Jesus
I'm saying.
Christ.
No, he's not unique. That's what
Everything
I'm
goes
trying to
back to the
say. And
individual.
Karen,
I'm talking in general.
that's what I'm saying. We ain't marrying the general public. We marrying one person. So how you
No,
yeah,
no,
like,
no,
go ahead,
no.
rock
We're
out. No,
talking
rock
to a
out. Go ahead,
general
rock out.
people. Like on TV, when they talk to you about and they say, don't take Cialis because it can cause brain dysfunction, heart, liver failure, high blood pressure, cholesterol, this and that. They're talking in general. They're not talking to you.
So okay, so wait, let me let Cam get in there. Cam, you there?
No, bro, I'm just listening.
Okay, who was after Cam?
Oh, I want to kind of get into because
Yeah,
what
yeah,
we
go
were
ahead, go ahead.
talking
You
Yeah,
got it.
about.
McCoy.
All right, I just want to speak on because we're talking about women leaving relationships and things like that. Men having to reflect. The unfortunate thing of myself, and this is multiple relationships. I was the one who had to leave. I was the one who had to leave. And I'm talking about leaving after being told multiple times how they're gonna leave me, how I ain't shit, just and all that other all that all that bullshit, But it ended up being me who left. And then I shortly after I realized that it was all manipulation. It was all their way of trying to make me fall in line with them. But y'all remember when them chicks, they sounded like young black chicks, but they were on Clubhouse talking to some white dude, basically telling that they want to see the black men annihilated, or they were like, oh, we want to see them done away with, eliminated by force. I don't know if you remember that. That was a couple weeks ago.
Hey,
But
Hood,
during
hey,
that.
hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on real quick. Hey, Hood, who is Noe? Or no name?
Noel.
No, Al. I'm not sure.
Dude, if she's a white girl, no. She's like
Nah, that's that white girl. You don't want to let her on.
nah, dude, she'll flash or something. Not that she's bad, but
Nah,
she has a little mental like disability.
She
And
nah.
got the
sometimes
tism.
people
We ain't
send her
gotta.
Say
to
less. Say
Yeah,
less.
yeah. We ain't gotta talk
Sounds
about it.
like
It's
you know
cool.
what I mean.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got
I'm
you.
sorry. I'm not trying to insult her. I'm trying not to insult her. She's a sweet girl, but
We understand. I appreciate that. Go ahead. You got it. McCoy.
Yeah. So, in that little clubhouse clip, there was this one girl who came up there and said, "Oh, I'm so sick of this coddle culture that we have." And when she said that coddle culture, that really hit home to me because I had an ex-wife who was kind of on that type of shit. She was, like what I'm telling her. I don't really need to get into but it was almost like I was a burden to. It was really my fault at the end of the day. And when I ended that relationship, despite the fact that she's probably didn't told me that she was going to divorce me multiple times, and whenever I said, "Hey, I'm done," she tried to say everything in the world to keep me, but I was done. Got the divorce quick, and then self-reflected. Ended up finding a wife, and the rest is history. But there is a group of women who look at servitude as like it's modern day slavery. They think that they're out picking cotton. So, and those types, it's like I think that a lot of men are gonna have to you can't really just
Avoid them.
entertain that kind. You can't entertain that. There's no reason to be
Hmm.
there's no reason to be making any deals. I mean, you can make deals actually you can make deals, but it's like you gotta come in there knowing that they're not even trying to look after you. They're just trying to the ends justifying the means. So, when I see like what this video that we're playing here, and a dude wasting so much energy on some dumb bitch that don't care nothing about what he's saying, she just want to argue. it's like I look at the dude and I'm like, nigga, you are the L. You are holding the L because you made her day. She's about to put that strap on and go get that lesbian the time of her life because
Well,
she's
Nick, but
having
that's
this
what I was
route
saying
through.
earlier. That's
Exactly.
what I
Hey,
was saying.
drip. This was before I got on the panel, but
Oh,
I
okay,
agree with you.
cool.
Yeah, because I can't stand like somebody like huge fan of Tommy Sotomayor. I know you don't like the name drop, but you know Tommy, he's a legend. And
No, he cool.
Tommy used to always he would sit here and say, if you don't agree with me, I need you to come up and talk about it. He would invite
I
everybody.
agree
He
with
would
that
invite.
though.
Hey, look. He would be talk, and I'm talking about these people. These people, I would say, like 8 out of 10 of them had mental illnesses, but he would let them ramble for like 2 hours. But Tommy was so cold. Tommy was so cold that he would end up taking. Because I think that Tommy got a little bit of a screw loose himself. He's just got his shit so controlled. I mean, he's very measured with it. So he just starts giving them a taste of their own medicine, but he gives them so much time. And then it hit me. I'm like, he's doing this to prove a point.
Right.
And the point that he's proven is that these people, you can't agree with them. If you want to sit here and talk to them and try and meet them in the middle, you're wasting your time. As a matter of fact, they should come back to you. They should come back to your table because you're holding. Because I've seen for the past year now, especially, you know, me being a member of the Church of Misogyny, shout out to his service. We see the leverage slipping. We see the leverage slipping. I see Sharon Barkley's channel and how this nigga just used to promote women to the fullest. That promotion is slipping. There's nothing that he can really do. It's nothing.
What do you need more? What does something need more, to live or pussy? It needs to live more than you need
we're talking
pussy.
about. We're talking
I'm
about
talking
black
just
people,
in
though.
general. Let's be real here. If men don't need pussy anymore, let's just say you turn it off, women don't live.
Damn.
Oh my God. Okay. So nigga, how you feel about that statement?
I could it's me. I don't know. I mean, like, are you saying that that's our only value to men?
Look, to any other measure, pussy. What? Like, can a man look? Okay, I'm gonna say it gently. I'm gonna say it because you're a lady. I don't know you though. To survive in the wild, you need PSI strength in your hands and your wrist to make tools, to kill things, to break things, to construct shelter, to construct weaponry, tools, etc. Women have no strength in their hands and wrists. I'll give you one last thing before I gotta go. I got a call. The most helpless animal on the human planet, or on the planet, is the human infant. The most helpless, fully grown animal on the planet is the human female. Think about that for a second. Talk to you guys later.
Damn, I'm just gonna drop that and leave.
What y'all think about what he said?
Y'all ponder on that. While y'all ponder on that, put my black ass in the wild with a woman, and the only thing she got to do is threaten to give me that box, and I'll build her ass whatever the fuck she want out there.
Come on, man. I'm
We'll
building a
figure it
tree.
out.
I'm
There it
building
is.
houses.
And there it is.
You guys misunderstand. You don't even see the power that you have, and you throw it away on the heartbeat. She doesn't have to threaten you. You don't even have to threaten her. It's just gonna fall in your lap because what the fuck else would she do?
Let's just be honest though. Black men can't do it. Can't go without access to the pussy for very long.
Hey, that's why I said that when
with
Imperius said,
At
"What's
least
more important?"
At least straight black men. I'm gonna say straight black men can't go without access to the pussy for very long.
Put pussy on a pedestal.
Yeah, you say what you want.
Damn.
Because we
What about legacy? Because I can create your future generations. Did that not mean anything?
Come on, man.
See a lot of legacies happening.
That matters.
They're not
That
thinking
matters.
Without trying to come off as crass, any woman could create a man's legacy.
I was being facetious.
Say
But,
so.
I know you
Willing
were,
to
but
put
that-
if you're willing to put your
Hey, you.
legacy in any woman, then hey, that's another topic for another day. What I'm saying is,
Because
I'm gonna build this shit anyway. I'm gonna find me something to eat anyway. I'm gonna build shelter and all that stuff anyway. Y'all niggas, man. But that's why we in the world that we in. But we
I'm
don't.
with
we
you.
had that's the main reason
figure it
why
out and who
black. It's the main reason why black men didn't adopt MGTOW, because they said them white boys is talking too crazy about going like cutting off women. They was like, that's just a bridge too far.
I ain't straying too
And they
far from the box. Y'all can have that
exactly.
shit.
I know, bro.
My bad. Go ahead.
I mean, but that here's the thing, right? How badly do you want to win something? If you're not willing to sacrifice for anything, then you don't want to win anything. And this is what I've come to realize: most niggas don't actually want to win; they just want to feel good where they are.
yeah, it's wild to me that there's men that will sacrifice their sanity for box, but won't sacrifice lack of box for sanity.
Yeah.
That's the
What
key
if the
right there,
sanity
bro.
comes with the box? But what if the sanity comes with the box? What are you sacrificing?
Then maybe
I've
you
never
need
seen the box.
maybe you need.
Box is,
I'm just
box
saying,
is
maybe,
where it's at.
I thought as men got older, box became less and less important. Maybe that's just me.
No, it's not. It's not just you. It's just that we're you know, the black race, the black mind. It's a little
I guess
different.
so.
And look,
I
let me
mean,
show you something.
I'll be honest with you. I stopped thinking about whether or not or how I was going to get laid first thing in the morning when I was in my late 20s, early 30s.
I want
Yeah, it
to
took me
explain
about
something
that
to
long,
you.
maybe by my early 30s.
You guys remember we were playing the clip. We were playing the the rough mom, and then we played the Terry Crews clip, and he was talking about what his mom did, and then the conversation immediately shifted to box, right? Because you know what? The purpose of the box is to distract you from the life of abuse that you've been under, and that's what's going on here. Dudes would rather take comfort in the box because you've kind of been left
Why you
nothing
picking women
else.
that abuse you though, bro?
Oh shit, Hood!
Because you're
I just thought about Ray Donovan, the TV series.
because your mom raised you to accept it that way. You didn't even know what was happening.
But see, that's where we started this conversation from. If you don't learn that growing up under especially a single mom atmosphere, once you get out on your own, you got to learn that as a man. And that's
But
the
it's not
thing.
a given
We
though.
have to
It's not a
shake
promise
that
that
shit
you
off
would.
and go through. I, hood, hood. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The only way you find this shit out is by living life, my guy. Going through some of that shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It ain't the end of the road. Like Boys of the Men said, that shit ain't the end of the road.
Respectfully, living life
Once
is
you
not the
find
only
out
way
who you are,
to learn.
but I'm saying once you find out who you are, picking that person that's for you will be a lot easier. Just like that man said, he left, and when he left, he had to reflect, and then he finally found the one that fit whatever program he had going on. That what it sound like. He said he found him a wife. It ain't the end of the road, is what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, no, this shit ain't about no damn box. But come on, man. You saying as a man you can live the rest of your life without it? Yeah, right. We
Well,
ain't having no
theoretically,
fucking
a bunch of listen. Hold on. Most men go through their lives without actually having access to women. Like most women will reproduce, most men will not, in the grand scheme of things. So it's not a necessity for life. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about leverage. I'm talking about applying power to a situation to achieve an outcome. And what I mean is that for a lot of us as like black
No, you're
men,
not.
we
Because
talk
the fact that
about
you
hold on,
haven't
let me get the last part out. Let me get the last part out. For a lot of us, we talk about, we want the community to be this, you want women to be that, da 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 da, but you're not willing to sacrifice the box to get it. And the box is the only power they have over you. If it wasn't for the box, what could they come at you with without the box, bro?
There's a reason why Prince sang about pussy control.
bro, you become the wife because you are seen by that man who married you as more than box. What are you missing about that?
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that
Yes,
though.
bro. That's what we need to talk about though, because that's the part that I think that you're missing. In order to get to that wife, We saw something outside a box, bro.
What
As
if
a
I'm
collective,
Like for
bro.
real. This
As
is what I'm trying to
as a
the
collective.
environment?
there are
What if the
tangible
environment what if the
no,
environment makes it
there
extra
are
risky to
tangible
have a
and
wife?
intangible things. Well, shit,
Let
the
me ask you this,
environment.
bro.
That means
How
you
how
need.
can how can
Bro, you need.
how
That
can
means
the
you need
men
to
how
sift
can the
through the
men put
wood
any
better. How can a
how can
man
the
put any
men
what?
put
Go
any
ahead.
pressure on the woman? How can the men put any pressure on the woman to do anything different if they're gonna still be motivated by box, which is
Hood,
essentially their one
hood,
superpower?
hood, hood. If you have to put pressure on the woman, that's where you lost. That's what I'm keep trying to tell you. If the woman don't willingly do what the fuck you want her to do or need her to do or told her what the fuck to do, that ain't the woman for you. What are we talking about?
Nobody does
As
anything.
an individual, that makes perfect sense, bro. But we're talking
Nobody
about group
does anything
dynamics.
in
We're talking
life
about
alone.
larger group. We're talking about larger group dynamics. Like, do you think women are gonna just change
You don't
because
need to
niggas
be
keep
with the
begging them?
larger group. Stop trying to
No,
change the larger
bro.
group, bro. You can't
But
do
you still
that.
have to
That's not what I'm
maintain your
saying to you.
you still have to maintain your
How
wife.
does the group?
How the group move shouldn't concern you. This is what I keep trying to tell you, hood. You trying to find, bro.
But
Are you trying?
you're in the group. You're of the
No,
group, and this
no,
is what the group
no,
is on. And
no.
so it's
You're
now
not.
it's like
No,
for the
you're not.
most part, you're gonna have to look outside the group.
No, you're not part of the group. That's the problem. Niggas think. See, that's the problem. Y'all keep thinking y'all part of this system that's being created for you instead of being the motherfucking man and creating the damn system around you. You supposed to figure this game out and build
So
that shit
So you're
around
gonna.
you.
can
Because how
can you
hold on, as a man, hold on, because as a man, how the hell are you gonna operate in this world when you don't have no fucking control?
there's an easy way to settle this. D, can you name a single individual in all of history that stood up and dominated?
Say what?
Alone.
The concept of being alone, right? Like I'm the man, nothing else matters, right? I'm gonna mold the world or the group around me, right? Can you name a single
Talking
man?
about me, oh, bro, what are you talking about? As a man, your world, what you design as you and the people that come from you, that's your tribe, that's your world. What are you talking about?
Okay, the tribe would be a
So
group,
you talking
right?
about
That's what
name?
he's.
Hold on. So you saying name somebody in
That's
history that
yes.
controls a
That's
group of people? That's not
yes.
what the fuck I'm talking about. That's how I know you're missing it.
Right. But that's probably because of the way you're explaining it, right? You're stating that the group or the society or whatever gets molded around you. It doesn't.
No, I didn't say that. Fuck the society is the first thing that I said. You aren't
Oh,
the fact that you even going on what the society deems the norm is your first problem. Because like I said, this shit's supposed to start in home, in house, with you. You supposed to find somebody that listens to what the fuck you're saying. Hold on, Josh. This is where y'all fucking up at. What the fuck you
okay.
throwing all these
Is a
in?
home one person?
How the fuck a home gonna be one person?
You're the one that's saying, it starts at the home. You're the
Yes, it
boss or
starts
whatever
at
it
the
is.
home. It starts at the people that live in this house because they're the first ones that's under my guidance.
Okay, so it would be a group,
Right?
right? That's what he's talking about. Every one of us are collectives of something,
They're
right?
not a part of the group if they're following my tutelage, because part of my damn tutelage and my teaching is gonna say, don't fucking be a part of the group. This the group that you're a part of.
So every individual should create their own group. Is that the mentality?
No, that's what dumb niggas think. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Josh?
Now I'm confused.
Okay, so here's an example. I'm a Christian
Yeah,
nationalist.
we're all confused, bro. I'm not following at all.
Well, be confused because, like I said, it starts with you. If you yourself don't know how to fucking run yourself, then you can't run nobody else, or you can't guide or lead nobody else. So it starts with
How can you run yourself
Then
when your whole focus is on box?
your whole focus ain't on box. Where you get that from?
From what you've been talking about.
See, y'all niggas is dumb. Y'all don't fucking listen. Y'all don't listen at all.
No,
bro.
that's the thing is we've been listening
I'm
intently.
not trying. No, you're not. No, you're hearing, but you're not listening. You're not
I
comprehending.
promise we're trying our best, bro.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I was giving you some grace at first. I thought you would, but no, you're not. No, you're not. Because see, this is the thing. Y'all are interjecting outside forces into some shit where y'all supposed to start at home first, and you're wondering why you're failing at the shit.
Huh?
I don't know who's failing.
And for Angry Snowman to even have a family, I don't even know how this shit is going above his head, because they don't do nothing outside of what the fuck he told them to do, or what he instilled them into them as children growing up.
See,
So
they're,
it's like y'all missing this shit.
That's the point. I guess that's the point, right?
Yeah.
So as you say, Snowman is basically having outside influences. In his case, would be traditionalism.
I'm not saying
Somebody taught him, aka a group, taught him how to behave, and he's mimicking that. We're all traditionalists to some degree. We all are a part of
y'all
some
keep
type
living
of
like
group.
that. You see where it's got us now. So keep doing it the same way it's been done.
Except for those groups are the dominant forces within our society. Like, aka, they're the winners.
Yeah, only people
AKA
who
the
give a fuck
1%
give
is a
fuck.
group.
Yeah, but nah, everybody. Okay, that's what you say.
Well, I mean, everything that we measure isn't based off of individuals. Everything we don't lay claim to the concept that the exception is the rule to set.
Yeah, I know.
Well, let me ask this. Let me ask you. You said it starts at home. Where does it go from there?
What you mean? Where does it go from there? If it starts at home, then once it goes out into the world, it's still that's why it's our purpose and our responsibility to raise up decent human beings, so when they do go out into society and reflect us, they'll show the world what you're supposed to be or how you're supposed to act. Now we can't worry about the outside influences that they're going to go through, because your whole purpose is you will hopefully taught them enough to where they'll be able to discern that shit once they get out there in the real world. So like I said, I don't understand where the disconnect is.
And so what if the outside world offers them a presumably better deal than what they were raised at home?
If they take it, that's called them making a choice. Because just like we heard Vanta earlier today, still living under his parents' house, he said he chose to be disobedient. You see what I'm saying?
I thought we were talking about the woman though, not the kids. How'd this go from the woman to the kids?
Here it is, and this is why
don't worry about it. If you got lost, then
I got it. Snowman, I'm glad you asked that, because this is where I'm going to. So now this is what I'm asking. He said it's about them making a choice. So what if the world makes your wife and kids a better offer than what you can present them?
Then clearly you ain't do a good enough job as a parent. If the outside influences, because like I started my story off before, no matter how my mother was, look how I ended up. I still ended up being a married father, a present father. You know what I'm saying? Like, outside of all the stereotypes. So you still have to make that choice. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the journey that people go through. Like, that's normal shit. Just because you was a piece of shit back in the day don't mean you have to stay that same piece of shit. Yeah, people do have the opportunity to grow. And just because you pour into your kids don't mean that they ain't gonna go outside of that shit. Because guess what? And I know this personally. My mama told me not to do certain shit. Even though, single mom raised or whatever the case may be. And I didn't listen, and I learned the hard way later on. And I still had to come back and say, Mama, you were right. So I'm saying, like, only thing we can do is pour into them and hope for the damn best, and hope that we were present enough, had enough conversations with them, and poured enough into them that they won't be influenced by outside influence.
I got you. But do you agree that hope is not a plan?
No, it ain't a plan. But like I said, you put the action in. It ain't the same hope that Obama was trying to sell us. What I'm saying is, do your due diligence, but at the end of the day, you can't determine the outcome. So you still fucking hoping. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, when you leave the house, you hope to come back in that motherfucker, don't you? You still relying on hope. So I ain't
So
shit
now
no
that
hope.
this goes
No,
back.
when I
So this
leave the
goes
house,
back.
I know I'm coming back in that motherfucker.
You don't know shit, bro. You think
I
you
think
know.
that's really
You
one of
don't
the
know that.
issues that we're having, like especially with like young people, and like they're not marrying, they're not having enough babies, they're not even, they say young men aren't even approaching young women or whatever. And I think the problem is there is no actionable plan for young men. As much as I'm like hearing you talk right now, D-Rod, like I'm not hearing a concrete set of actions a man can take to land him in a reasonable place. And I think that's really what's killing a lot of young men. There is no good path. There's a lot of aspiration, but not a lot of solid like good planning. Because you go to church, you find you a good quiet church girl, and you're gonna still get right.
No,
So like a
What
no.
what
lot of
race?
folk
Hold
are
on.
just
Let
not
me let
seeing a
me
good
ask.
plan.
I ain't spoke. What race of young men are you talking about that are not finding women right now? And I hate to bring the race
Well,
subject
this
into it,
was
but
about.
like, what race of young men are not finding women?
Well, it was broken down about Gen Z. I don't know if it really got into racial demographic, but we're talking about just nationally young men. So I bet when it gets into race, it does come out slightly different. But don't assume that Black America is thriving, bro. We are actually below white people in replacement numbers. We're being propped up
I
by
don't know
immigrants
about
at this point.
replacement. I'm talking about like what group of young men are not going out there and hollering at women. I don't see this panel itself is a display of that. We're all in our 30s and 40s, maybe even higher. I don't see young men on the net like this. I see a bunch of old millennials like ourselves bitching and complaining about stuff. So when you say that young men are not going out there get talking to women, where are the examples of this? And not one example, but like where's the data
Actually,
supply for this?
not only that is there data, so you got like Scott Galloway just with CNN for like the 18th time. Scott Galloway is one guy who's always talking about this, but the boy crisis and all that, like there was a lot of people who were talking about this thing. And it's not the over 40, it's not the over 30 crowd, it's like the under 30 crowd. And even amongst the older crowd and the younger crowd, there's one consistent theme. I heard somebody talk about this earlier, the male loneliness epidemic. There is no male loneliness epidemic. There's a female loneliness epidemic because men at various ages are just not approaching, they're not committing, they're not really trying.
And hood men have hobbies. Women not so much.
I think that I think there are a group of men out there that are not really trying, and that's just leaving pickings for the rest of us niggas that ain't scared to go talk to them hoes respectfully.
Yeah, but you can't marry them
Pussy
all.
on a pedestal.
You can't marry them all. So yeah, you aren't necessarily solving anything. You can fuck them all if you want. It won't solve a fucking thing.
Right. The guys who are actually getting
I'm a
that women are
married
not
man,
married.
and I'm
The
still
marriage rate
fucking.
is
I'm
still
not
low.
trying to solve anything. I'm realizing that there is a disconnect. So I'm using that to my advantage. If you motherfuckers can, not you specifically, but the gentlemen that can't go out there and talk to the women, the women are not gonna care, bro. They're not gonna this whole battle that like, oh, we gonna make these hoes care because we're on the net fighting and we're saying that they need to clean up the act. They don't care, bro. They really don't care. They're just gonna move on to the next available option, respectfully.
Well, that would
They're
be
trying to.
so.
They don't
So
they don't they don't care now because they're young and girls are short sighted and they can't count. So
No, they don't care now because there's always going to be some pookie out there chasing the box. Let's keep it real.
That's very true.
And the fact of the matter, the fact of the matter remains until men sit and say we aren't going to engage with you in your degenerate way of living life, they're going to continue to be that way as long as there's a pookie there that'll for them to sit and cuddle up to late at night and to help them pay their bills. They're going to continue doing this shit until men
And you
stand
know
up
what?
and put their
It's
foot
not
down
even.
on put the
It's the
knee on their
oldest
fucking neck
profession.
and
It's
tell
the
them to
oldest
stop. It's
profession
not going to
for a
stop.
reason, nigga.
Hold
It's
on,
the
brother
oldest
man.
profession for a reason, motherfucker.
Define pookie because a pookie really don't pay bills. A pookie just getting boxing
Come
and
on, bro.
dipping.
Come on, man.
So
They don't know what the
a
exactly.
fuck they talking about.
yeah, like pookie
Exactly.
What
not
you talking
paying
That's
about?
why
bills,
I was
man.
gonna say it's
Exactly.
not a pookie thing. It's not a pookie thing. It's a system. It's the environment. They have so many other options beyond playing ball with the right guy. And until you move away more of these options, they're just not gonna play ball with the right guy.
I mean, they do
it
need
goes both
they
ways,
do
but
need their
yeah.
attack dog.
Man,
So even taking your example with a Pookie is
y'all better
how
go
you
research
how would that
what a
play out
Pookie is.
long term? How would that play out long term for a generation of women to only deal with Pookies for the next 20
The
years?
past 20 years.
Angry
What,
Snowman.
20 years?
I'm not.
They
Hold
all-
on. I'm not. Let me state this right now. I'm not
More
saying
teen
you gentlemen.
takeovers.
To address the gentleman, I'm not saying that you're wrong in your long term outlook. I'm just debating your strategy. So I believe in the long term outlook of what you're saying, that it will lead to a lot of broken homes. It will lead to women coming to the realization in their older age that, hey, maybe I shouldn't have been doing this. Maybe I should have settled up with this gentleman instead of doing what the fuck I was doing and chasing after this dude. I just don't believe in the strategy you pitching.
I didn't pitch a strategy.
Well, I'll give you a strategy.
I was just stating the reality of the situation, because like the gentleman was saying before, he said you just do what you can and hope for the best, and he agreed that hope is not a plan. There's no plan to move forward.
Oh,
so you can't. So since
what else can you do? What else can you do outside of that? Outside of raising your kids, what else can you do?
You just stick to yourself. All you can. That's the only thing you can truly control.
Find hobbies.
Well, there's
which is what people seem to be doing.
Even politically, there's strategies actually being enacted. It's just it's not going to benefit us. It'll benefit.
No, I'm saying
kids,
outside of
grandkids.
raising kids, outside of raising your kids, outside of pouring into your kids. This nigga said have a hobby.
Yes.
Well, because not everybody has kids. Like you have to get to that
I know
point
that.
so you
So
can
I'm
pour
saying
into your kids.
if you don't have kids, then I get that. Then we're not talking about you.
What, you can't have hobbies and have kids too at the same time? What the fuck you talking about?
But I'm talking about, nigga. Are you listening? He said, "What do we do going forward?" Like once you teach the kids, you don't just let them out into the world on hope. So I said outside of, bro. Am I fucking talking to 2-year-olds? And I'm trying to keep the culture because this ain't my channel, but y'all niggas y'all rubbing me the wrong way. But y'all got it, though.
I think that men and women definitely we do have I forgot who said it earlier, but we have a lot of the same problems. It just it looks different or is presented different, based on our perspectives and how we were raised and just everything all together. As far as like a possible solution, I mean, I do feel like relationships are a risk, right? And you can't avoid that. There's no fail-proof solution when it comes to relationships and who we decide to procreate with. And so I think that's probably where the element of hope is coming in. Like you just have to hope that you are able to assess yourself and the other person, your environment, your situations, and make the best decisions as we matriculate through life, right? But I don't know. I don't know what else to say outside of that.
Well, let's think about this, the whole thing, right?
After a certain point, it's nothing. We had this conversation hours ago. After a certain point, you can't tell your child nothing, so you have to pour in them up into that point. Is all I'm saying.
Okay.
The thing with the hope, right? And this is why the hope seems to be fading. It's because we've kind of, we've met the enemy. It's her. And I mean that like this, right? When we spoke with Chocolate Bunny earlier, and I was trying my best to not I'm not trying to attack her. I'm not trying to fight her. I'm not calling out her name or anything like that, but it immediately went personal. No matter how I didn't do that, right? It was immediately personal. Because the problem is, though, when we try to talk to the women about how things are, how we see things, how they see things, you find something really, really, like, it's almost something impossible to work with on the other side of the table. So, for example, with the whole thing about, like, you believe you can raise a child or you can raise a boy to be a man. Like, I know that as a woman, you get thrown in that situation sometimes. It's not your fault. Niggas die and niggas might not come back, whatever, right? But me saying that is not to criticize you. But the fact that you cling to it so harshly and you don't want to, like, you're not willing to hear anything else, that literally kills my hope.
I mean, I kind of, my thought process is parallel to Angry Snowman. Like, if we keep accepting and tolerating the behavior, then we may as well shut the fuck up, because clearly we like it. And so, at some
On
point,
both
we have
on both
to.
sides. On both sides. This is
Right,
why I say,
exactly.
as a man, you have to be willing to sacrifice box. If you're not willing to sacrifice box, you must like it.
Right, and as a woman, you cannot sacrifice character, because once you start sacrificing character, it's on you with regards to how things play out. You feel me? So I definitely do understand that. I think that it goes back to the home, and it always comes back to the parent. To the parents or the parental figures. Like, we have to start putting this shit into the kids at a younger age, so that by the time they do get to that point where they are self-regulating, that they still kind of lean towards those morals and values that you put into them. And we have to start teaching them from younger ages and recognizing these things in them, which is kind of why it is important to have that balance as far as the male and the female perspective, because as you guys mentioned, there's certain aspects of masculinity that I just can't resonate with or teach my children, and they're gonna need that understanding so that they can make those better decisions and not tolerate the bullshit that has been tolerated. Because as long as it's a simp or a pookie, then women gonna keep acting up. The same way with men. Like, it does go both ways. But I feel like we need to go back to establishing a standard and sticking to it. But
I think like one of the standards we could establish is, I forget what stream I was watching today, but somebody had made the comment that, or we was watching a stream, a woman had called onto the show and she was talking about how her son's girlfriend had struck him while they were out. And because she got violent with her son, she made her son break up with him or break up with her. And on top of it, she also called the girl's parents and told the parents why the son was to break up with her. And that she wasn't, they weren't to speak no more. And she started having problems. And the question was posed, is that the right thing to do? Well, as parents, I think, yes, if you have a teenage child and you're seeing that they're in a volatile relationship already where there's violence, physically or verbally, going back and forth, that it's incumbent upon you to put an end to it. And show them that isn't how that they need to live. I think parents not being active in that and just allowing them, their children, their teenage children, adolescent children that don't know nothing about life, to be in these toxic relationships early on in high school isn't helping when they become adults.
Absolutely. And that's why I was saying that reinforcement, and then just opening it up to the community as well. When I was growing up, if my neighbor caught me doing something, she would go and tell my mother and I would get in trouble. And my mom would even go so far as to, give outsiders permission to discipline me how they saw fit, if they were an adult that was in my life. And I think that we definitely need to go back to those days, because a lot of the successful lineages, if we look at them, there is a certain element of, I don't want to say pressure or control, but, they definitely have a hand in a lot of what that child does and how they, navigate through childhood. And then it shows and it's reflected in the output once that child becomes an adult. Just like you were saying earlier, your child, find a sport or I'll find one for you. That type of, mentality is definitely getting lost, I feel, with the newer generations, because even as millennials, I've noticed my peers, we have more of a let them figure it out for themselves type of parenting style. And I think that that's dangerous.
Well, to what you're saying, I agree with you. I think the big difference from when we were growing up as Gen Xers or even older millennials to the kids today is, even though our parents, a lot of us Gen Xers and older millennials, we were the first ones to see what it was like to have separated homes. There were still more men in the communities to help actually keep the community together. And what you see now is you see less and less men being in a lot of these communities that we're talking about. you know, where there's all this conflict and stuff going on. And I think that plays to the whole matriarchy debate, where I think we have plenty of data now, and it's been what, 20, 30, 40 years now of single mom homes and neighborhoods where it's nothing but single moms and no male role models around. We've got a lot of data now to back up that this is not be a healthy way to have society, that in order for kids to actually grow up and have any kind of foundation, there has to be men and women in the community that are raising these kids.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact. And so, and somebody earlier was like, the unpopular opinion, the solution is on YouTube. And I know a lot of people, you know, have their opinions, but I do appreciate these types of platforms because it allows us to reach an audience outside of our community, because, you know, dealing with our community in person locally is extremely important. I'm definitely never going to take away from that. That is a priority, but I do appreciate the fact that we can just, you know, again, reach a larger audience and try to get everybody on the same page and have these, you know, conversations where we can, you know, deep dive into things like why, you know, it's important for a man to be in a boy's life, because a woman can't do it alone. As long as we keep just thinking, okay, I can do it, but not having a conversation. Let's explain why you can't do it. I think that, you know, we're still going to be in a delusional place, but it is difficult when people aren't willing to listen. And so I think that's my issue, is like, how do we get the people to actually listen to what we're saying without it being the result of something disastrous happening in their life to cause them to actually listen to us?
This is why I wanted to, like, the clips that I shared with you, I wanted to put on the show, because I realized what winds up happening is it can very easily turn into a "you niggas are just bashing women" conversation. And once that gets bashed, now you all have to shut up because you're not allowed to bash women, right? But if we're going to talk about women raising children, I think we should look at some of the examples and the reasons behind why the men are uncomfortable with it. Because at this point, we have a lot of men who have been raised by their single moms. And nobody wants to hear the hard, you know, the ugly stories those guys have to tell. Because now, you know, it makes the women look bad. But, you know, stories are out there. And the evidence for why a lot of guys having such a negative visceral reaction to it is like, well, because we went through it. We know what you're capable of. And I don't think you should just promote that.
Right. Right. And one thing that I will say that I've noticed, and I hate to have to admit it, and I probably will get attacked for it, but I think that, you know, just speaking to the women, right? Like I think we need to do a better job of listening, because we definitely want others to listen to us, but I see it all the time where we don't reciprocate that same, you know, that same energy. And it's just like, it's not fair for us to just be like, okay, me, this is what I don't like, this is what I want, if we're not willing to, you know, have the conversation and try to understand what it is that you guys are going through and what you want and what you need, because that's the only way we're gonna bridge the gap, like, for real. So that's my final thought. Like, ladies, come on, like, you know, and that's why it breaks my heart, Hood, every time you know, go into the whole, you know, we are humans and we have emotions and feelings, because, you know, we're raised and programmed to ignore those types of things, you know, like I'm even guilty of it with my sons. Like, you know, something happened, get up, suck it up, and, you know, move on. Like, you're a man, you're not supposed to be able to cry about it or this, that, and the other. It's just like, nah, y'all, you know, y'all need to be able to get it out too, you know, and we can't have those types of relationships if everybody's just being selfish.
You know what? Like, and I'll be out with my son sometimes. Somebody said this earlier. Like, I think Vance just said it. You know, sometimes he was with his pops and his pop was just blurt out, like, you know, women ain't shit, right? Like, I be having these moments with my own son. And one of the things that I know, I think about it, I wonder, but I know it can't be true. When I look at my son, I see my young self. I see me as a little boy, the moments of life, the milestones, and the first girl that says no, you know, all those things that you go through. His mom can't look at him and see herself. It's impossible. There's no way you can do that.
I'm a little curious here. Why do you believe the bridge should be gapped?
Oh,
I hear a lot of people talking. Let me explain my position here first. Every time I join a community, doesn't matter whether it's a black community, it's a Christian community, Protestant community, right? Everybody trying to drag everybody along. Why the hell can't y'all just cut the dead weight? Get rid of them. Why are we trying to drag everybody to barbecue? Why can't we just disincentivize and say, you know what? Go on over there. We doing
That
our
only
thing.
that only applies to the coons.
To the what?
To the coons of the society in Blackistan.
Well, Josh, I'll tell you a more practical reason why. White America is big enough to disintegrate. As Black America disintegrates, there's no more Black America.
I don't. Here's the reason why I disagree with that. And hear me out here, right? So it appears to me that I'm going to call them the upper class for a lack of a better phrase, but generally the upper middle class Black Americans are doing really well. They got like their 3.2 kids kind of thing, right? Yeah, sure. There's not enough of them by, basically sheer numbers. So I get your argument there, but they are doing very well. And it just so happens to be apparently within the culture, I guess if we're talking about Black culture, right? That there's a focus on entertainment. And I can't deny it. It seems to be a thing that you guys are very good at, right? But when it's talking about society, they're the ones dominating. They got like the 3.2 kids. They're might be 40 years old and just starting out on business, things like that, right? Like, but they're doing very good. If the whole, the sum total of Black community doesn't pay attention to them, fuck yeah, let them slide on down there. Those upperclassmen, for lack of a better term, will eventually rise. Yeah, there'll be a slight decline for like 20 years, but after that, there will be an incline.
I have my beef with that upper class Black society, but we'll leave it there. We'll come back to that another night.
We got to have a discussion about it.
The upper class Black society, they follow suit with, let's just say, the producers of those rappers.
Well, yeah. I mean, just to be fair, right? Business is degenerate.
Make money off of
itself. Yes. Business in itself is degenerate. There are no morals in capitalism. They don't exist.
If I could answer your question, I feel that I just personally believe that we're only as strong as our weakest link within our community, right? And that's the reason why I feel like, the people, that are at the top should be willing to help pull the people beneath them up a little bit. If those people are willing to make the sacrifices to get pulled up, not saying just go find someone that doesn't care and isn't willing to try or, to do better and be better. But the people that really do want to be better and just don't have the resources or the aptitude or, whatever the case may be, that's whatever's holding them back. Because I feel like a lot of successful people that I know, and it is anecdotal, they had someone in their life that acted or served in a mentorship capacity where, you can't do it alone. You need somebody else to help you, and we have to help each other. Otherwise, nobody's going to help us. And I hate to segregate, but I just feel like Black people in our community, we are not in a position where we can, segregate like that because, like Hood said, I feel like it'll just cause a really huge problem. Like, gosh.
Can I ask, do the upper class, and I am talking about like a middle class and upper middle class and then on up, right? Do they typically segregate from, I guess, the rest of the Black community?
I feel like they do. Yeah.
I don't think that's the issue with them. See, the problem is they live conservative, but they promote liberalism.
Oh, you mean like once they get up into, let's just say government, or at least local, like local government?
They're very conservative by their own personal nature, but their entire energy is to promote liberalism, which keeps the lower class blacks from getting up to their level.
Yeah. And the worst
Oh,
part is that they use all the subversive language that they're on their the side of the poor. So it's the worst part of manipulation.
so effectively, they're basically us white nationalists.
Well, yeah,
Effectively
but you
speaking.
know
They're worse. They're worse than white nationalists, technically.
yeah, they're work. I mean, because I mean, like the Roland Martins of the world. They're real good at what they do. Jasmine Crockett too. You know,
Mm.
I guarantee. Because what I do believe, despite Jasmine Crockett, leaning all the way into that hood rat stereotype. I guarantee if people call her on the phone saying that they need this money and that money, she's gonna try and find it for them. And I don't know. People believe that she'll fight for them.
Hey, Shanika, one thing before we get out of here, I sent Drip an email earlier today and a couple of links of the material I was trying to work around. But I wanted to get I need to get his expertise. I need some graphics done and some beats done. Tell me how that we get when he get offline.
Okay, and I will put my email in the back, and then you can CC me on it because I'm his unofficial assistant, and so that way I can stay on top of stuff.
So you a secretary?
Heck yeah. Hey,
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Hey, nothing wrong with it. My wife's my secretary. I'm just saying.
No, I think that's the email I sent it to. That's the email I sent it to. So I'm checking out this email.
Okay,
If you
yeah.
could be kind enough to drop the channel link too, so I could subscribe, pretty please.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely appreciate everybody that joined today, everybody that hit the panel, everyone that engaged in the comments with us, and everybody that sent the Cash App, supported the show, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit a super chat. Shout out to John Galt, aka MJG. Shout out to, sorry, I'm trying to do too much at the same time. Uh-oh. Shout out to Romello. Shout out to Dr. Frizzlefrost. Shout out to Juan, BJ, J Rilla, the Realist. Shout out to Romello. Oh, I said him already. Shout out to Boss Man, the sponsor of the show, Mr. Enigma, Corey Love. Everybody. I'm trying to if somebody could drop the I think I want to say I saw some people dropping the links in the chat, but if y'all could drop the link to Drip channel over here. Okay,
Info code drop.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I knew Cool Jack. He done came through and dropped down the link. So yeah, just make sure y'all scroll up the channel. His channel. Scroll up the comments and click on every link because we're absolutely building a nation over here. Because it's enough out here. It's enough out here for everybody to eat. I wanted to kind of touch on Chocolate Bunny, your comment, like how can they tell? I mean, how can they help us when they can't tell the difference between the Keishas and Natashas? Hey. I don't know. I don't know. And that's why we're going to keep talking about it. We're going to keep talking about it until we figure it out because that's all we could do is try. Die trying. So, McCoy, definitely appreciate you for pulling up. Originally the topic we just talked about women and, whether or not we could raise men. Originally, that's what we were talking about. And so if you had any advice to, to any women that feel like they can do it.
That feel advice that to women believing that they can raise men.
Well, yeah, for someone that is diehard that I could raise a man to be a man, like what would be something that you would say as a form of advice or to help that woman to understand like, hey, nah, that's not it, and maybe we need to reconsider that perspective and understand how important men are. What would you say to that woman to kind of, get her on the right path?
Well, I would definitely say that a woman's going to have to know where she struggles at, what she needs taken care of, like before going in. They just kind of have to need to know that. They need to know what they're bad at, what they kind of are bad at, and they also need to know what they're good at that benefits a man. Because personally, I don't believe that men are complicated. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a panel I was on with Hood, and I felt like I was fortunate enough to be with a wife, and she looks after me in a way to where she kind of already knows what I need before I need it. So then I look around and this shit's already packed up for me. So it's like she makes my life easy. She makes my life easier by about 15 to 20 minutes. Because if I'm prepared to go to work and I have to do it all myself, I can count the time that it takes. So women just kind of have to know because like I said, men ain't complicated, but they still gotta find their way. And women also need to know. You ever heard of the word machismo? Women need to know that men need their machismo protected. They need it protected. And if women kind of know that, then that'll kind of allow them to kind of shut the fuck up at times. And at the very least, when they do shut the fuck up, a guy's going to start noticing. They're going to start noticing, and then a woman's going to kind of be able to, stroke that ego a little bit. And, when a man has pride, belief in their woman or whatever, it's like, it's like they got their number one stand at home. They look forward to that.
Okay. I definitely appreciate that. And we definitely appreciate you for pulling up. Make sure you come back. I know it's your first time. We fucks with you. If you fuck with us, it's all good. That's how you see how we roll over here. It's a vibe. Terry Gold said, "Don't attempt." Somebody time out Rational B. Talk about Happy Father's Day, Mom. Angry Snowman said to make sure she supplements an uncle or grandfather in his life for situations she won't understand. I definitely appreciate that.
Strong advice. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Oh no, maybe you about to get timed out.
Women do need.
That still means the answer is no, because you're getting help from somebody else.
No, women do need help. They can't figure shit out on their own. They need help from somebody. Preferably a guy that's older that is married like that, because women look at somebody. They look at somebody older like they, in a respectful way, or they might look at them like they're sexually attracted to them, like, oh, I want him. But when they let it know that no, I'm off limits, but you follow this and this and this, you will find the guy that's just like type shit.
Can you clarify? Are we talking about like an 18 to 25-year-old? Are we talking about above the age of 25?
No, 18. Look, 18 to 25. 18 to 25 is damn near the same between the age of 31 to 42. There might be a little bit of growth in between there.
My prescription, see, this is where I kind of like really take a difference here. 18 to 25 you can work with. Start getting past that a little bit. No, you're gonna have to cut them loose. Get rid of them. Period.
Well, you have to get rid of them. I'm not saying that you don't get rid of them, but I'm just telling you that a lot of the attitude that an 18-year-old or a 25-year-old will have, it's going to be very similar to a chick that's in her 30s. There might be a bit of delusion there. Or there's gonna be like a life lesson that they didn't learn that kind of just completely changed them.
If that's the case, that you can't work, like if what you're saying is true, I'm just gonna have to accept it, right? But if what you're saying is between 18 and 30, you're all having to deal with the same attitude of you have to actually find some way to kind of negotiate with it. No, these are the types of people.
Go ahead,
like
my bad. I keep
convincing a
cutting.
girl, to, AKA, she can't really raise a man if she's having kids, that kind of thing, right? No, you have to dump her from society. Just let her go. Like, die in the side of the street, nobody cares. Like that type.
Well,
You have to go that extreme to cut these type of people out of your society. You can't.
I know, but remember, when you cut those people off, when you cut a hard stop like that, they're gonna come back and they're gonna talk about how they learned their wicked ways and all that. So you still have to kind of let them down easy. You can't just sit here because these people, they got maturing to do. There's a lot of people, especially black men. It takes them a little longer to mature. Women, they kind of mature quicker. They want to be grown quicker, but it takes them fucking 3 times as longer to kind of have some emotional stability. So I don't know. People just got to pick the battles. But it's always going to be up to the man. So I'm not saying that a man has to sit here, put his feet in the stone over someone who's a bitch. But I'm just saying.
Curry right. Curry right is fine.
Yeah. Bro. So Josh, what's your final thoughts? We definitely appreciate you hitting the panel. Make sure you BJ, can you drop the link to Drip channel for Josh so you can go ahead and
I got it. I got
you grabbed it. Okay, perfect. And so what's your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is I'm not finished with this conversation. We coming back. We picking up on this conversation. We'll try to clarify a more clear topic on it and then hit it because I want to have this conversation with y'all. I really do.
Absolutely. We're gonna keep having a conversation because even Hood touched on it earlier, saying that this is a conversation we don't have enough. For sure. And so my final thoughts, I would just say to the women, I think that we just need to understand that we can't do it by ourselves, and it's not a dig, it's just reality, right? And so I think that we just need to be open and be willing to utilize the resources because being a single parent is hard as fuck. And there's just I don't care who you are, how much money you have, how good your job is, or whatever you feel like it is, it's always going to be a difficult situation where you're trying to do a 2-party job by yourself. And so, don't think of it as them don't think of it as an attack, but just think of it as an additional resource and someone trying to help us to do better so that we can create better men of the future because, the children are our future. And I'll end on that cliche. D-Rock?
Yeah, you said a mouthful, man. Just shout out to everybody who came through, and showed up on the panel. Shout out to the best chat in the nation, the DripNation chat. If y'all new here, subscribe, like the video, share it out, Things do get kind of heated over here, but we be having real ass conversations. Point blank, period. And I know people like to take it biblically, but biblically it even says that the order is man, woman, children. That's the order. That's where it starts from. And then it goes out from there. You know what I mean? So we out of order. This shit is out of order, and we looking at the effects of the shit being out of order for so long. So we need to right this ship. We need to fix this shit. Yeah. And having conversations like this is where it starts. You know what I'm saying? No, we not gonna always agree. No, we not gonna always understand. And like I said, we can have these conversations, but we can't understand the shit for you. But we're gonna continue to keep, having the conversations because I'm sure there's people that are listening that's picking up what we putting down. You know what I mean? But to the next one, hey, it's been a good one.
Shout out to the Bible. It pretty much said to cast stones at her too if she ain't gonna act right. But I mean, I guess we ain't allowed to do that no more.
I appreciate just to finish it off. I appreciate what Rational B was saying. Like, yeah, we absolutely cannot continue to pretend that we're the same. We're not. We can't. And as long as we get out of that mindset, women stop trying to act like men stop acting like women. That's definitely where we gonna start. So definitely appreciate y'all and the conversation. Dope as always. Y'all have a good evening. Make sure you come back tomorrow. Same time, same place. And you through.
And you through.
We live searching. What it do, fool?
Hey man, Splash Town, Texas, or wherever the fuck you at. What's happening? But hey man, get dripping, man. Get to a Houston Premier Party bus, man, because that's how we doing it.
Sometimes